Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Larry H. Miller Field on the campus of Brigham Young University for the 5A Baseball State Championships on KSL Sports Rewind. Our coverage is presented by Tab Bank. This afternoon, our second game pits the Orem Tigers against the 19th seed Salem Hills Skyhawks. My broadcast partner, Wilson Gustafson, Alexander Smollett, back here for game 2 of this quadruple header. Wilson, I turn to you. First thing I say is a very interesting matchup here today. Orem against Salem Hills. And let me tell you, from watching these two teams warm up, it does feel like Salem Hills has a little bit more momentum coming into this game, given the fact that they have had a couple of games in between Orem's last few games.
Yeah, that's something we were talking about earlier, right? Like a big part of these tournaments is a lot of momentum. And so with Salem Hills coming in, right, and they've been playing games, right, they know what they're doing, their guys are warm, especially if the bats are warm, if the hitters have their timing, I mean, it gives them a huge advantage, right? So if Orem, I mean, a key for them has got to be finding the rhythm for sure.
And this, by the way, are two teams, Salem Hills and Orem, that are that are used to being in these positions. I mean, these two teams have made deep runs in the playoffs before, but Orem, though, like we said, coming into the last game, a lot of experience, a lot of upperclassmen, and a lot of seniors coming back for them.
It's true, yeah, and you talked about it, right? So, especially in these tournaments, nerves can be a big factor, right? This is the tournament. It's the end of year, it's what we've been building up for, right? So if you have these experienced players, they've been there, they've done that, they know what they're doing. It's another thing, too, where it'll help them keep calm. Whenever the pressure's on, they can lock in, and that's something that can be a huge asset to any team in this tournament.
Time to look at today's starting lineups presented by Tab Bank. And trying to see who Carl Hermanson and Scott Hadley have put together as the winning teams on the mound today for their teams. On the Orem side, of course, they'll start on defense. Mark Bostock leads off. He's in center field. Cy Burge is at short. He's second. Chase Ford, the DH, is third. Taden Kaava at third base. He bats cleanup. Zach Engelman in the fifth in the order. He'll be in left field. Jackson Johnson at second. He bats sixth. Parker Van Buren over at first. He bats seventh. Jack Allen, the catcher, bats eighth. Easton Petita is over at right field. He bats last in the order. On the other side for Salem Hills, who will be batting first, they'll be led off by Talon Clower this afternoon. Caleb the Graffin Reed will be batting second. He's at second base. Braxton Harrison, the catcher, will bat third. Gus Johnson, not related to the other one, is in left field. He bats fourth. Dom Jex is the pitcher today. He'll bat fifth. At third base is Trey Mitchell. Trig Richards is at first. He bats seventh. Mason Ward, the DH, is eighth. And Bracken Lindley is ninth. Austin Hicks is the shortstop. He will not be batting in this part of the game, but he may be batting later on. And Salem Hills' lineup will be going up against Blake Brotherson. So continuing the trend, number one pitchers go out to start each side. We saw Josh Mawini go out and get a 10 strikeout performance in a six-inning complete game shutout.
Yeah, man, that was a gem for sure.
It definitely was. Blake Brotherson's first pitch is down low, ball one, and we're off and running here this afternoon. Our umpires, Travis Turner's behind the plate, Jaden Chisholm up the line to first, and Cree Wallen up the line to third. That pitch is right on the inner half for a strike. It's a rather cold day here by spring standards here in Provo. But the wind has died down some. Grounder to third. Kaaba takes it on a hop, wings it over to first. And just like that, one out here in the first inning on a 5-3 putout. And a clean start for Blake Brotherson. That'll bring up Caleb DeGraffenreid now.
And it's true. We've had some pretty nice weather here the last couple of days. Kind of a shame that right when it's time to start playing some ball, it got pretty chilly.
Yeah, 54 degrees the temperature. Wind coming still out of the northwest at 12 miles per hour. Still coming from behind the ballpark, going towards right field.
See if maybe a lefty can get a hold of one here this game.
0-1 pitch. Brotherson brings it down and misses the corner for ball one.
It's like just a little bit up. Not a bad pitch, though, going for that outside corner. Good eye there from DeGraffenreid.
This one is hit in the air to left. This one going back toward the wall. That's going to be big-time trouble up against the fence. DeGraffenreid puts on the brakes, and what a start for the Salem Hills Skyhawks. The underdogs coming out swinging a one-out double for Caleb DeGraffenried.
And that's a nice piece of hitting there from DeGraffenried, right? Taking that one into the gap. Right there on the fastball. Well-timed, off the barrel. Good hitting there.
So here comes Braxton Harrison, the catcher. Up next in the order is Gus Johnson. One out, runner on second. Brotherson has a look back at the runner, and the pitch is grounded to third. Kaava can't get it. It goes through him. And coming around, and the throw coming to the plate and scoring is Caleb DeGraffenried on the RBI single. It is 1-0. The Skyhawks fire the warning shot across the bow.
And hey, you put the ball in play, good things are going to happen, right? Obviously, play that could have been made, but gets by the third baseman, and next thing you know, that's an RBI right there, getting on the board early.
How about that start for the Salem Hills Skyhawks? The 19 seed coming out firing. Here comes Gus Johnson out of the left fielder. Runner on first, and one out. That, by the way, is an error charge to the third baseman, Taden Kaava, who played, of course, quarterback for the Tigers earlier in football season. That one is bounced foul off the end of the bat to the backstop.
Another one of those lovely football-baseball crossovers we got going here.
Yeah, I mean, you got Max Rice, you had Jack Evans for Olympus, of course, Miles Layton for Brighton. This one way outside. And a good snag that time by the catcher, Jack Allen. Otherwise, that might have been big-time trouble going to the backstop.
Yeah, looks like pitch just got away from him there. Just slipped out of the hand. It happens. Good work by the catcher getting up there for it.
1-1 pitch. High pop-up going to left. Good luck trying to see this. Kaava on the shortstop coming over. Kaava gives way, and the shortstop Burge gets over there to make the catch.
Good work there by Cy Burge.
Very, and two out quickly.
Now play number one, Dom Jex.
Here comes Dom Jex, who will be the starting pitcher this afternoon for the Skyhawks. But first, he gets a chance to help his team's cause here. For Scott Haney in his 17th season with the Skyhawks, 335 wins. At the helm of Salem Hills, he went. It was a called strike, but I believe that was because he broke the hand, so it's a strike on the starting pitcher, Jex. 1-0 Salem Hills. Here comes the pitch, and this one is up high, and this time he does not go.
Well, I think what's a little interesting about this game is they do, looks like Skyhawk, no, sorry. Yes, so Salem Hills, they do have a DH, but not for their pitcher. They have a DH for their shortstop, and the pitcher's going to hit instead. Kind of interesting.
It is a very interesting tactic by Scott Haney.
Something you don't see a lot past this level, but not surprising in high school ball.
This one inside, 2 balls and a strike now. Game time temperature 52 degrees, by the way, here in Orem or Provo this afternoon. I'm sure it's the same temperature in Orem.
Seen a lot of short sleeve T-shirts and not like a ton of jackets out here in the audience. Kind of interesting.
I started to think
Couple
that
vests.
all three of us up here are the only ones wearing sweatshirts.
Hey, we dress for the weather. Runner going.
Runner breaks. This one's popped up high in the air on the hit and run attempt. Good luck trying to catch this one. Where is it? And the shortstop, Burge, comes over to make the play, and that ends the inning. But the Orem Tigers, if they weren't awake, they are now. They're down 1-0 with the Tigers coming to bat. Bottom of the first coming up. Salem Hills in front, 1-0.
With a Tab Spend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. Tab Spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Thank Tab Bank for their sponsorship of the Rewind Sports Network's coverage of UHSAA Championship Sports all week long. And by the way, anytime a ball hits the roof here at Larry H. Miller Field, we're bringing it back. The Riverton Chevy Random Roof Ringer, where Wilson digs up a random fact about the game of baseball. We actually had one before the run rule came into play, so we're making it up for you all here on the network right now What was the factoid you were going to dig up before we went off the air in that Olympus Brighton game there, Wilson?
Well, I was torn between a couple of them, but I settled on this one right here. So, in Major League Baseball, if a ball is caught in the catcher's mask or stuck in any part of his uniform after the third strike or fourth call, the batter gets to walk to first base and all other runners can advance at base. Interesting. The ball gets caught in the mask.
I don't think I've ever seen that rule implemented.
Never seen it happen. Rarely. I've seen maybe one clip of a ball getting stuck in an umpire's mask, but never.
But of course that
catcher's
doesn't
mask.
count. Yeah, if it's the umpire, it doesn't count. But it gets stuck in the catcher's equipment, then he can run down to first. And remember, Ty did say catcher was the hardest position to play last year, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I would agree with him on that front.
I mean, catcher's gonna be your most defensively valuable position, just because of like the advantage that comes from a catcher who knows how to frame pitches.
Right.
I mean, that's huge.
Merrick Bostock will lead off the bottom of the first. Salem Hills already in front 1-0. As the 6th seed Orem Tigers getting an early wake-up call from the underdog Skyhawks as this pitch is inside for ball 1. Bostock, Burge, and Ford. The 3 hitters to lead it off against Dom Jex here, the starter for the Skyhawks. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss right into the catcher's glove. Strike 1. Getting this game started a little later than usual. We were supposed to start just after 2, but they started at 2:30. This one is barreled the other way into left. That's a base hit. And Bostock is on with a leadoff single. And the Orem Tigers answer right back.
Yeah, solid hit right there. Just barreled it right up. Saw a couple fastballs down the heart of the play. Was able to time that thing right and square it up. Great leadoff single there.
Salem Hills on the board thanks to a second hitter double by Cale DeGraffenried, and he later came around to score on an error by the third baseman Taden Kaava. And so Salem Hills, the 19 seed, leads 1-0 this afternoon. Check throw back into first safely is Bostock. Bostock, 23 RBIs this year. He has 12 doubles and 3 home runs. And again, another check throw to first. Boy, that was close. Back
Yeah, got to keep him honest. Bostock's center fielder. He's got some legs, we know for sure. So definitely want to keep him honest if you can.
Dom Jex, 27 strikeouts this year. 2-2 his record. Here's the pitch. Grounder to short. 6, 4, 3. Double play.
Hey, defense wins championships. That's what we know right there. And that kind of stuff is huge, right? You're able to clear the bases, help your pitcher out there. Next, get 2 outs. Can get to the top of this order here unscathed.
6, 4, 3 twin kill. And after the leadoff single, now it's down to Taden Kaava, the third baseman here. And he takes a strike. Check that. It's actually Chase Ford. My bad. Excuse me. They pay me to speak for a living, folks. I'm not a very good speaker, apparently.
Kaava on deck. All good. All good.
Yes. That one is swung on and fouled off the barrel of the bat back into the catcher. So it is 2 strikes here.
0-2 count here. Want to come out with your best pitch. We haven't seen a ton of off speed yet from Jex. Maybe we'll see something here. Slider, changeup. Something out of the zone.
Here it comes. Foul.
Another fastball.
Yep, another fastball. This time hit on the up towards the schnoz right there, getting to chase. 1-0 Salem Hills. 0-2 the count. Jex kicks, deals. And a good waste pitch right there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Trying to get Ford to chase outside the zone.
Good discipline there from Ford. Not going to chase anything out of the zone. Waiting for his pitch even on the 0-2 count.
This one misses the inner half this time. Maybe a little bit of a miscommunication there. As it looked like the catcher, Harrison, wanted that over the plate, but it ended up breaking back in.
Still seeing a lot of fastballs so far.
Ground ball to short. On a couple of hops. Picked up, throw over to first in time, and that ends the inning. And the Salem Hills Skyhawks, boy, do they mean business. They score early, and then they set down the Tigers 1-2-3 We go to the top of the second. 1-0. Salem Hills leads. Top half of the second inning here at Miller Park on the campus of Brigham Young University. Of course, we forgot to do this during our broadcast last time. We'd like to send a shout out to the BYU baseball team who were the last team to qualify for the Big 12 tournament. They'll face off against Arizona State tomorrow morning. You can find that game on the streaming service of the worldwide leader. And also Wednesday morning, they'll play ASU, and then also at 1 p.m. Mountain, Hawaii will play UC Santa Barbara in that single elimination game in the Big West tournament.
Do you know, is the Big 12 tournament, is it just a single game or is it a series?
It will be a single elimination tournament, not double elimination.
Do or die, yeah.
Yes, 12 teams.
That's brutal.
Single elimination. As we start the second inning here, Brotherson brings down the first pitch, and it's swung on and missed for strike one.
Mitchell's a little ahead of it on that one. Swinging for the fences there.
Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss.
Ooh, good movement on that pitch.
Trey Mitchell, Trey Richards, and Mason Ward will be the three to lead it off here for the Skyhawks. 0-2 pitch. This is barreled down the right field line. That's going to be trouble. Turning for second is Mitchell. The throw is not going to be made as it's bobbled in the corner. And another double. And Salem Hills threatens again.
It looked like he almost could have had three right there. Bit of a ball there from the right fielder. But a great piece of hitting, going the opposite way down the line. Like, that's not easy to do, especially on an 0-2 count. Great hitting, choked up on the bat, put the ball in play.
Salem Hills showing the offense that led them to that upset of West Jordan in the Super Regionals. This one is golfed foul over to the left side. Look out, everybody, on University Avenue. Hopefully that doesn't hit any cars going by. 0-1 count here. Runner on second, nobody out. 1-0 Salem Hills leads. This one's grounded to second. Picked up cleanly, winged over to first in time. They will not get the runner going to third. Works as a sacrifice as Johnston throws over to Van Buren. 4-3 put out. And now here comes Mason Ward with a runner on third and one out. Here comes Brotherson's first pitch. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, Brotherson's done pretty well so far. He has an interesting release point, kind of coming a little bit more over the top with that arm slot.
0-1. Strike two. Good change of pace with a fastball right down the gut.
Love seeing he's been attacking the strike zone so far.
0-2 pitch. Tapped in front of the mound. Runner will not go. And they will get the force at first. And just like that, there's two gone. And Salem Hills is going to need some two-out magic here.
Yeah, good play there, right? Looking the runner at third back, going back to first. Way to stay calm and collected there, even in the jam.
And you said it, Wilson. The two teams, their defense has been stout here early on. Brotherson's first pitch is right there on the change for a strike. And that's what allowed Salem Hills to just hang around. Their pitching and defense against West Jordan in that second game. 0-1. Foul. And that's going over into Helaman Halls.
And that's
a lot of those last year.
Yeah, that's right. Another thing, too, about these tournaments, whenever you're playing game after game in a lot of these high-pressure situations, defense becomes huge. The better defense you can play, that's something consistent you can have, right? It'll carry you a long ways in these sorts of games. It'll save you a lot of runs, save you a lot of arm for your pitchers, too. And that's almost as important as you go throughout these tournaments.
1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Barreled into left field. That's a base hit. That's going to be trouble. Gloved up cleanly by the left fielder, Engelman. Mitchell, will score. It is two-out magic for the Skyhawks. It is 2-0.
Solid shot there, right? Barreled up the fastball right into the gap. We've seen that a lot today here on a lot of Brotherson's fastballs where he just not necessarily missing, but just like getting it just a little bit over the heart of the plate. And Salem Hills taking advantage here.
This one is barreled in the left. That's going to be big trouble. Runners will advance. They're going to send the runner going to home. The play is the play, and they got him! An aggressive send by the third base coach. It doesn't work out, but it doesn't matter. Salem Hills puts another one on the board. It's 2-love Skyhawks. The underdogs mean business this afternoon. Well, the fireworks have started early, but we've had some great defense here as well. 2-0 the Salem Hills Skyhawks leads. Our coverage here on the Rewind Sports Network of the 5A Baseball State Championship is presented by Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with 3.5% APY on your balance and 1% cash back on all eligible purchases. The great rewards are just the beginning, though. You have convenient online and mobile banking at your hands with no hidden or complex qualification requirements, no minimum opening balance, and no account fees either. No wonder Tab Bank calls the Tab Spending Rewards checking account a big deal. Member FDIC. Tab Bank, proud sponsor of the Rewind Sports Network's coverage of the Spring Sports Championships. Tatum Kaava stands in, takes ball 1 up high, and Orem's got some work to do. The 6th seed down early here, 2-0. As Dom Jex brings down the next pitch, and it's cut on and missed for strike 1.
Yeah, Kawa chasing just a little bit there on that outside corner. Saw a good count early on.
1-1 pitch. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Tigers have some work to do, down 2-0. 2-1. And that's up high, 3 balls and a strike. And for Kaava to get on base of any sort here would be a huge boost to the Tigers here early on.
And Salem Hills has been playing some great defense, too. So Jack's just attacking the strike zone, allowing hitters to hit the ball, trusting the guys behind him. And it's worked out for him so far. Let's see if they can keep it going here.
Full count pitch on the way. Got him, Watkins, strike 3!
And we saw this last game, too. That inside corner has been fooling a lot of hitters. But they're calling it today. So last week we saw Bryden take advantage of it all game right in that shutout. And we'll see if Jex can start to dial in on that, too.
First strikeout of the day for Dom Jex. Showing a lot of confidence early on here. As this one's down low, ball 1. We saw Josh Mawini of Brighton get 10 strikeouts in that first game. We saw this one is popped sky high in the air. Look out. This one is dropping. Where the heck is this thing? And it's going to drop for a base hit. It looks like the left fielder Johnson lost it in the sun. I don't know if that's going to go down as an error. It is going to go down as an error. Will not go down as a base hit. But nonetheless, Wilson, 1 out, and Orem's got a chance to get a run right back.
Well, Salem Hills has such solid defense so far in this game. They turned that double play last time. They've been doing a really good job backing Jex up, but that's tough. Gonna have to bounce back here.
This one is hit high in the air, deep left field. Back to the track it goes. Goodbye! A 2-run home run for Jackson Johnson. The Tigers answer just like that.
And we talk about defense, right? If you can back your guy up, you get that out. I mean, that's just a 1-run deficit. But next thing you know, a little error, that'll build up, right? And just like that, it's a tie game. New ball game right here. Jackson's got to reset, see what he can do against the rest of this Tigers lineup.
This one inside, ball 1. And we talked about how big an answer it would be if they could check in with a run. The Tigers do that and then some.
I mean, that's as good an answer as you can have right there.
Jackson Johnson with his first home run of the season. And no better time for it to happen.
Truly, hey, what a time, man.
Than the opening round of the 5A Baseball State Championship, as that thing was smoked to left field.
He crushed that thing. Still have not seen a lot of off speed here from Jex, but Allen just was able to barrel that thing up and send it.
2 balls, 2 strikes now the count. Here's the pitch. This one is golf foul. Look out, everybody in Helaman Halls. Missed the roof, though, Josh Dodge points out.
You know, I got my finger on the trigger for that.
You had
that
your
random roof ringer. I'm ready to go.
Ringer, didn't you? You sure did. 2-2 pitch. This one is inside and high, so the count goes full.
Another big
Parker
full
Van
count
Buren.
here.
Three-two. Tip foul to the screen. And you can feel Wilson maybe a little bit of nerves here. Dom Jex gives up that home run, and now he's a little bit rattled.
It was pretty bold of Jex to just go right on the heart of the plate right there on that full count pitch. Obviously want to attack the strike zone, but definitely challenging Parker Van Buren here to swing.
3-2. Ball 4. And Van Buren will trot on down to first. In case you missed it, folks, it happened just that quickly. Zach Engemann got on thanks to an error in left field, misjudging the ball by left fielder Gus Johnson for Salem Hills. The 2-run home run by Johnston, and now here we are, Van Buren on first, and Jack Allen, the catcher, at the plate. And he takes inside ball 1.
Yeah, a little high, still missed there.
Alexander Timolip, Wilson Gustafson, the voices you're listening to here from the Cy and Betty Kimball broadcast booth at Larry H. Miller Field on the campus of Brigham Young University here in Provo, Utah. This one is tipped foul back to the screen as the sun now comes out full force.
And Jex did a good job at getting up on hitters in the count. He's had multiple 2-strike counts. Sat down Taden Kawa early on that full count. Wasn't quite able to ring up Van Buren. And there's the curveball.
That one this time hits the heart of the plate for strike 2.
Spun it right in there.
Runner on first, 1 out. Dom Jex trying to get out of here with just the 2 runs given up. 1-2 pitch. Down low again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Tied at 2 here in the bottom half of the second inning. Alexander Timolip, Wilson Gustafson from Larry H. Miller Field here in Provo, Utah, on this beautiful Monday afternoon. 2-2 pitch. Line into right field. That's a base hit. Runner will turn for third. Van Buren made a hard turn and ended up running into the shortstop over there. But nonetheless, he gets to the corner. And there are runners at the corners here with only 1 out.
Yeah, and could have almost been an interference there for Van Buren, who was trying to round to make his way over the third.
And I thought the umpires were going to get together here for a second, but no, it's just the pitching coach coming out here to the mound.
Nice piece of hitting there, though.
We were close, though. I thought we all saw Travis Turner coming in, and we all thought they might get their heads together, but anywho.
I think it didn't affect the play enough.
No.
I think Van Buren just made his way to third either way, so if they were trying to send him and maybe got gunned down, someone potentially could have made a call there, but played it conservative. Looks like Jackson's going to stay in there. I think it's a good call. He's got 1 out, right? A double play here just ends it. You get out of the jam. Let your offense get you back into it. However, an extra base hit right here could spell a lot of trouble here for Salem Hills.
Easton Patina now. The right fielder will now step to the plate. Runners at the corners with 1 out. Remember, Salem Hills has already turned a double play here in this game. Turn and throw back to first, and in safely is the catcher, Allen. Salem Hills had single runs in the first and second innings for the 2-run home run by Jackson Johnson here in this inning. Excuse me. First pitch on the way was a ball up high, 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, misses there. Up high, trying to land something off speed there into the strike zone. Not quite able to get it. Jack's been leaning a bit more on the curveball, a bit more on the slider here, as we've seen, when it was mostly fastball to start it off here. Interesting adjustment. Hasn't quite given Orem the trouble that he thought it would, though. They've been able to sit on it, taking the fastball to that left center gap quite a few times.
One 0 the count. Tied at 2 here in the bottom half of the second inning. Runners on the corners. Another check throw back to first and back in safely.
Yeah, Jack seems
As
pretty
Jack
worried.
Allen, yeah, they're keeping a close eye. They want to make sure they get a double play here if they can.
That's true. I want to keep him there first and third because, first and third, that guy goes. Catcher probably is not going to throw down unless he really feels like he can get him because you want to protect that runner on third.
This one is golfed foul into the right side and over into Helaman Halls. 1 ball, 1 strike. Up to date on the 6A tournament. The Lehigh Pioneers, defending champs, opening their title defense with an 8-2 win over Pleasant Grove. They advance to the winners' game tomorrow morning. Or tomorrow afternoon, I should say, at 4:30. This one is lifted foul into the right field seats, and this will also miss the stands into Helaman Halls. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now the count.
And Petita seems to be just a little bit late on that fastball. He's hit over to the right side of the field over the fence here a couple times. If you can straighten that thing out, there's a nice gap there right over the second baseman's head, or even in between second and first with that. With those guys in
Ooh,
double
that
play
was
vision.
close, and they did not get him. Boy, that was closer than I thought.
Ooh.
On the check throw over to first. There were some missed heartbeats there in that Orem dugout as Allen dove back in just ahead of the tag.
If I'm being honest, I'm surprised Allen's still at first. Surprised he hasn't tried to swipe it back yet at this point.
True, yeah, I'm surprised you are. But anyway, they are giving him a lot of attention over there at first, so it shocked me really that they haven't gone, that they haven't sent him yet. But I guess they feel that Harrison could gun him down if he gets a chance.
Potentially, they could just like him being there, just being in Jex's head.
Here's the 1-2, and fouled.
Petita still trying to straighten that thing out. Still just a little bit late on that one, just a little bit under it.
That actually missed the roof, too. Over to our right, missed the tarp.
It's a shame.
Well, we had 3 of them earlier, so I think it'd be good for us to have a break. 1-2 pitch. Fly ball into center field. To the top of the Y logo goes the center fielder, Cloward. Makes the catch. They'll send the runner. And the Orem Tigers have their first lead of the afternoon. On the sacrifice fly. So Petita does his job, and now back to the top of the order we go, and Merrick Bostock, the center fielder. 3 runs on 3 hits, and 1 error in this inning.
Bostock with a single his last time up. Got caught in the unfortunate double play, but we know he can put the ball in play right here for sure.
The big knock of the inning, the Jackson Johnson 2-run home run. First pitch is barreled up the middle to center field, and that's going to land right into the middle of the Y logo. The 4th hit of the inning for the Tigers. And Cy Burge now comes to the plate.
And that's what you love to see from a leadoff hitter right there. Just a good piece of hitting. Nothing too fancy right there up the middle. Dropped from the center fielder. Keep the inning alive there with 2 outs.
This is the 7th batter that Dom Jex will face here in the second inning after a clean inning the first time through. First pitch is off the plate and away, and they are working with extreme caution.
And he hit into that double play last inning. Sure, he's looking for a little redemption here. Could do a lot with an extra base hit or anything to the outfield, honestly.
One 1-0 count. And the pitch. Down low in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes.
No matter how this game ends up, Jex is putting in a lot of pitches here. Might be tougher for him to go a couple more innings after this if he's trying to get out of back-to-back jams.
Yeah, he has thrown a lot of pitches, and it's expended a lot of energy just in the second inning alone. If Ford comes up to bat, that'll represent the 8th batter of this inning he's faced. 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss.
I mean, and that's big for him right there. Trying to come back off of a 2-0 count. Enough to keep this at-bat alive here.
2-1 count, 2 out, 2 runners on.
Kind of crazy to think that this inning started with that full count to Taden Ka'awa. Seemed like a long time ago.
Then everything just came unglued. This one's barreled in the left. That's another base hit. 1 run will score. The throw is cut off up the line, and they're going to advance all the runners. 4-1, 4-2 Orem.
And again, we aren't seeing anything too crazy here from the Orem Tigers lineup. We're seeing just a lot of solid contact dropping right in front of the outfielders. Not hitting anything over their heads, but just solid base running, solid hitting bats to ball skills on high strike counts. And that's what you need in these tournaments.
The 8th batter of the inning now faced by Dom Jex. 4 runs have come across the score on 4 hits and 2 errors. This one is locked in the air to left. That's going to be trouble. Back it goes, and it's squeezed by Gus Johnson out there in left, but allowed out to cap off the bottom of the second inning. But the damage is done. Orem puts up a crooked number in the bottom of the second. As they respond, they're now up 4-2 heading to the third. Welcome back, everybody, to the Rewind Sports Network's coverage of the UHSAA Baseball Tournament. Alexander Timolip and Wilson Gustafson here at Larry H. Miller Field. Wilson, they just announced the pitch count over the PA here. Dom Jex, 43 pitches through 2 innings, most of it coming in that last inning. And you said it, he faced 8 batters that last inning. And if the Tigers can, and if the Skyhawks don't get something going sustained here in this third inning, they could be in trouble fairly quickly here.
Well, it's true. And so Jex had a great first inning, right? 3 up, 3 down. I mean, maybe 10, 12 pitches, right? But then that second inning, like being upwards of 40 after 2 is really tough if you want to bring your strider in for longer than 3-4 innings, which is what you're hoping for, especially if you want to make a run. So even if they are able to come back here, that could spell trouble for them later on down the road.
Ball 1 in the dirt as we start the third inning. Scott Hadley, by the way, was having some words with home plate umpire Travis Turner before we came back on the air, as this one is golfed into the screen. So maybe just a little bit of gamesmanship there by the 17th-year head coach, trying to get his team fired back up after getting the crooked number put on them in that second inning. This one is golfed into center field, and right on cue, there's a base hit. Already the 5th hit of the game for the Skyhawks, and we have 10 total hits now on both sides, and 6 runs in just 2 innings.
DeGraffenry 2 for 2 today, had that double to start things off last at bat. Having a heck of a day.
This could be MLB The Show of video game kind of numbers here.
I mean, 4-2 in the second is pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
10 hits so far total.
Whew. Jaden Chisholm had to go retrieve something out of the dugout over there on the right side. First pitch on the way is tipped off the glove foul. Again, our umpires, Travis Turner behind the plate, Jaden Chisholm up the line to first, Cree Wallen up the line to third. And that's Cree Wallen in the top of your screen. He's now manning the second base side. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. With a runner on first and nobody out. As Braxton Harrison trying to supply some offense for his team. 0-2 pitch. Ground ball to third. 5, 4. They will not get the runner at first. So they reach on the fielder's choice.
And that's a tough play there, right? If that ball's lined right to the third baseman, he has enough time to get that over the second first for the double play. But with a high chop like that, it's a tough ball to play, tough ball to read. But just able to get just enough at second, but not quite there for the double play.
So here's Gus Johnson now. Batting from the right side of the batter's box. One out here in the top half of the third as he swings and misses on that pitch for strike one. Runner on first. 2 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for Salem Hills. 4 runs, 5 hits, and an error for Orem. And what has been an offensive show here in the first couple of innings. This one is tapped foul off the hands and back to the screen, so no balls and 2 strikes here to the count. The count now on Gus Johnson.
Brotherson's done a pretty great job here early on in this game. But attacking the strike zone, not a ton of off speed. Trying to trust his defense here. Looking to go for his first inning without giving up a run. Could very well do it here.
Throw back in, checking on the runner at first. No bite on that one. No balls and 2 strikes, 1 out. Just after 3 o'clock local time here in Provo. That ball is barreled to left, curling away from the center fielder. That's going to be trouble. That's going to go all the way to Glenn Tuckett's face on the fence. Turning and running for third is Johnson. Here comes the throw, and they got him! Trying to stretch it out to a triple. He gets thrown out. But it doesn't matter. The run comes across to score, and Salem Hills gets that run right back.
I love the aggressive send there. I love that they're like trying to stretch it out, right? Trying to leg it out into a triple. But at the same time, I don't know if that's quite the hit that you want to try and stretch out right there. Bit to mid-center field. They're great throw, great tag, good play.
This one is onto the tarp. So that cues us for another Riverton Chevy random roof ringer here.
Oh, there it is. Okay, so I'm excited about this one. So the Atlanta Braves and Toronto Blue Jays manager Bobby Cox has been ejected a record 161
Yes,
times.
he has.
The most
Yes, he has.
in MLB history. Holds the record.
That includes, by the way, Game 2 of the NLDS in San Francisco in 2010, in which Rick Ankiel absolutely blasted a home run into McCovey Cove in the 10th inning that gave Atlanta the win to even that series. And, of course, they go on to lose that series in 4 games.
I mean, because the Giants went to the World Series that year, right?
And the Giants
They
won the World
it.
Series that year. As this one is bulleted up the middle for another base hit. So Jex gives a little insurance to his cause.
Helping himself out over there.
Helping himself out, and definitely he'll come out, and the pinch runner will take his place. That'll be McCoy Grover who will take his place over at first. And meanwhile, Trey Mitchell will come up to bat.
Could potentially be runners on first and third here if they didn't send that guy on second. That's a timeline we'll never know.
Here comes the pitch. That's a strike. I should get back to that Braves story, by the way. The Braves ended up winning the World Series 11 years later, so it didn't end up really mattering in the end. As a Braves fan, I was proud of that. No one can say anything now. Now we can just all make fun of the Mets.
Hey, Mets are having a good season, man.
Yeah, they're having a good season so far. Doesn't mean they're actually going to have one.
True, they're having a good season almost in spite of Juan Soto's hitting a league average 250.
That's terrible.
I mean, for your $300 million man.
Yes, that's pretty bad, as this one falls foul of the right field line. No balls and 2 strikes now, the count on Trey Mitchell, the third baseman. Wouldn't you want to get paid $300 million or however many guaranteed he's gotten, still hit the league average, though? I mean, I would rather hit 180 and still get a bag as well. It looks like we have some crampage out there and right.
I mean, if you can convince a team to pay you that much, to come in and be a league average hitter? Like, absolutely.
I'd
absolutely.
take that. I'd take that every
Props
day
to
of the
him.
week.
Props, absolutely.
That's Jackson Johnson, by the way, who's down in right field getting some treatment. Looks like his right leg was cramping up. He's trying to walk it off. Like we said, it's not very hot. It's a very chilly day by spring standards here in Utah. It's only 54 degrees, but it's very dry.
One thing you got to think about, too, that you always kind of forget with pitchers is that they want to try and stay warm.
Right.
But right there, the Tigers just hit for, 15, 20 minutes right there. And so including in between warm-ups, right? Brotherson hasn't pitched for a solid 20, 25 minutes.
Right.
So trying to get back into your rhythm can always be a little tricky after your guys have a big run like that.
Looks like Johnson is okay. Trying to walk it off. He'll get some time in the dugout to go put the machine gun on it here in a second. If they can get one more strike here.
And there it is.
I didn't want to say I called it, but I did. But anyway, Salem Hills does get that run right back. And they now trail by a single run, 4-3. The fireworks starting early this afternoon here at Miller Field. Welcome back, everyone, to Miller Field and the Cy and Betty Kimball broadcast booth on the campus of of Brigham Young University here in Provo, Utah. Alexander Timolip, Wilson Gustafson alongside you for the opening round of the 5A State Baseball Championships. Our coverage on KSL Sports Rewind is presented by Tab Bank.
Alex, I got a question for you, man.
I have an answer, I think.
What if you are Dom Jex right now? You're trying to lock in for the first round of the state championship playoffs, and someone's just playing Justin Bieber in the middle of your warm-ups. What does that do to you?
I have no idea what that would do to me. I think I probably have. I honestly probably might put earplugs in if that's the case.
There you go, man. There you
Well,
go.
it's the lesser of the two evils, right? If it's either Taylor Swift or Justin Bieber, I'd rather check JB as the lesser of the two evils.
Over
as it
T
were.
Swift.
Well, come on. That woman is everywhere these days. We might as well put like banners up everywhere, or put like a bat signal up somewhere every time she's somewhere. That's how it goes. It's golf by Tatum Kaava out to right. Ooh, right off the railing of the temporary bleachers. And then right into the parking lot.
Took a heck of a bounce.
It was a loud bounce, too. It clanged right off the top rung of the bleachers. 0-2. Barreled up the middle. Base hit. And the offense continues to sizzle for both teams.
Yeah, hot shot there, right up the gut. Looks like Jex almost maybe could have made a play on it, but didn't quite react fast enough. And that's tough as a pitcher, right? You're just finishing up with your follow-up, then you get one coming right back to you. Tough to get your glove back up there. Little frustrated.
4 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for Orem, 3 runs on 7 hits for 2 errors for the Salem Hills Skyhawks. It has been an offensive explosion here in the first 2.5 innings.
Yeah,
kind of almost minimizes the defense that we've seen from Salem Hills here early, doesn't it?
Well, sure. We saw strong defense from both teams, especially
Right.
from Salem Hills early on. But yeah, really after that last inning, seemed to kind of wipe things away here.
Jax throws back to first. They got him.
Wow.
This time it pays off. And they wipe out Tatum Kaava at first.
Well, can't forget earlier in the game, right? Jack Allen was there in that first and third situation, and Jack's probably tried to pick him off 6-7 times in one at bat. So he's got a good move. Props to him for getting him right there.
1-0 the count now as Jex will step off as the Salem Hills Skyhawks hanging around here. Some good defensive plays. 1-0 pitch. That's a strike on the inner half.
Yep, it's still early, still anyone's game for sure.
Yeah, how big was that run that Salem Hills was able to scratch across the top of the third inning to make it a 1-run game? That one's left up high, 2 balls and a strike. We do have movement now in the Orem bullpen out there in left. It is a right-hander that is stretching and tossing. 2-1. And that one just misses the inner half. Is trying to back off the hitter right there. 3 balls and a strike now. Neither pitcher has issued a free pass yet this afternoon. Until now.
That was one thing, too, I noticed about last game and this game so far. Not a lot of blocks. Lots of contact, lots of strikeouts. And you love to see that as a spectator, but also just as someone who's played before, right? You want to attack the strike zone.
Right.
You want to give hitters a chance to hit and like let your guys back you up. Obviously, you don't want them to rough you up, but give them a chance to hit. Let your defense show out.
This is Jackson Johnson now who stands in. He had the 2-run home run back in the second inning. Zach Engelman now is at first base, the left fielder. The pitch on the way is left up high, ball 1, and you can tell they are working Johnson with extreme caution here.
And Jax's pitch count just continues to rise, keeps going.
He has to be getting near 60 now, or just under 60. I mean, this first 2.5 innings, Wilson, has lasted almost an hour.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's been eventful. 13
it has been
hits,
eventful.
7
yes,
runs.
Very. Hasn't lacked any entertainment, though, that's for sure. 2-0 pitch. And this one gets away. That's going to advance the runner up to second. I believe that's going to be ruled a pass ball.
Even rounding second there.
Yeah, he was thinking about it, Engelman.
Mm-hmm.
One of 3 Engelmans on this team. Cole and Lucas are the other 2.
Brothers, cousins, what do you think?
I'm not even going to venture to guess. I do not want to incur the wrath of the family that I might misspeak on here. 3-0 pitch. Down low, ball 4. And so Jex basically saying I can afford to lose this hitter to try and see if I can't get a double play here. As Parker Van Buren now steps to the plate.
Yeah, Jack's struggling a bit more with his command than we've seen. He's done a really good job at painting the edges, keeping it inside, outside. But saw missing high, missing low there. Fatigue potentially starting to set in. Seeing if he can lock in here for Parker Van Buren, first baseman.
Saw him have a few words with head coach Carl Hermanson up the third baseline. Runners on first and second with 1 out. Pitch is right there at the knees for a strike.
There is some movement in the Salem Hills bullpen. Nick Schaefer warming up right now.
You're right. Good eye there,
Big
Wilson.
righty.
He is warming up. So we have movement in both bullpens now. 0-1 pitch. Fly ball, foul. Look out. And the count goes to no balls and 2 strikes as that thuds into the back stadium. Gale Miller Field.
Rolling right out of the
behind
softball
us.
field.
Yeah. In need of a strikeout here, Dom Jex has a look back at second. 0-2 pitch. Foul. And that's going up in Helaman Halls. Look out. Engelman at second. Johnson at first. Jack Allen is on deck.
A double play isn't out of the realm of possibility here.
They'll step off. You can just feel the tension now here in this building. Everybody knows how big those runs would be coming across the score.
Mm-hmm. If you're Jax, you're really looking for a ground ball here. It gives you a lot of creativity, a lot of potential. Goes to third, touch your bag. Goes up to second or short, turn 2.
Good waster right there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. You're right, though, Wilson. He does have a lot of options here for his defense. All he needs is 1. Fly ball, right center field, going toward the gap. This one is dropping, and it's going to drop right into the glove of the center fielder, Talon Cloward. The runner will advance to third on the sacrifice fly, and that puts runners at the corners now with 2 out.
And that'll work.
And yeah, that will definitely work. And so now Jex's defense is set up for the force, I should say, at any base.
Another first and third for Jex here. I had one of those last inning where he saw that single right there over the shortstop's head.
First pitch on the way. Down low in the dirt, ball one. Trying to work the catcher Allen away here.
And Allen was the one who hit that single who started to open things up last inning. See if he can do it again here.
1-0 pitch. Liner into center field. Cloward right there. Inning over. And how about that clutch pitching by Dom Jex to get out of the jam? They strand runners at the corners. Orem does not score. The Skyhawks still hanging around. Down by 1, coming to bat in the 4th. Trig Richards gets set to lead off the 4th inning here for the Salem Hill Skyhawks with Wilson Gustafson, Alexander Timolip here in the broadcast booth at Larry Miller Field here in Provo, Utah. As we have movement up in the bullpen on both sides here. Blake Brotherson's first pitch on the way to Trig Richards is down in the dirt for ball 1.
Missing way low there. Just got away from it, looks like.
Brotherson's next pitch is smoked into right center field. That's going back toward the gap. That ball is big trouble. Off the Skeleton logo in right center field. And Richards coasts into second with a leadoff double. And the fireworks continue here this afternoon. The 8th hit of the afternoon already for the Skyhawks.
And credit to Richards on that one. That pitch was low in the zone, but he's able to kind of get under it and lift it way up there out to the warning track. That's not easy to do, but he's able to get under it, got a lot of power. Great piece of hitting there.
And here comes Carl Hermanson out of the dugout. You do wonder if this is a pitching visit or just to give a pitching visit rather to just give his pitchers some time, or relief pitchers some time to warm up. We'd like to remind you at the conclusion of this afternoon's game, Wilson and I will be selecting our choice for the Tab Bank Player of the Game. And Wilson, Josh Dodge is pointing it out to us. There is absolutely no wind now.
It's true.
Here going out to right field. It was blowing earlier, but it's not blowing anymore.
I mean, even if that last double had a little bit of wind behind it, potentially could have carried either off the wall or over. We start back up here. And the pitch is down low in the dirt. Ball 1. Ward grounded out to the pitcher his last time up. Looking to advance the runner here. 1-0 pitch coming on the way. Swing and a miss. Yeah, Brotherson's really been locating well on the bottom of the zone. Richard did a great job putting the barrel on this last at bat. You can see Brotherson can kind of come back here on this at bat. That one is in the dirt again. 2 balls and a strike. Been a pretty good day for Brotherson. Has located pretty well. Not a ton of strikeouts, some good contact. 2-1. And that is fouled off the screen. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner on second and nobody out following the leadoff double by Trig Richards. Bracken Lindley stands on deck. The 2-2 pitch. Ground ball foul. Little off speed there from Brotherson trying to catch him inside. Props to Ward for being able to stay on top of it. Keep the at-bat alive here. Because that slider inside, that's not a pitch that you really want to try and hit. That's something that you're usually going to ground out. So well done, fouling it away. Give yourself another pitch. Give yourself another chance. 2-2 pitch on the way. Does not get the call. And the count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes now. That was close. We haven't seen that call in that outside corner very much today. Not like that call was in the inside corner. It looks like there's been just a tiny shift there inside from our home plate umpire. 3-2 pitch. Got him looking. Strike 3. But there it is. Goes inside. Sits him right back down.
Right on cue, Wilson.
Hey, it's been there all day. It's been there all day.
And a big strikeout for Blake Brotherson.
That was huge, especially with the runner in scoring position there, bottom of the order.
So now in stands the right fielder, Bracken Lindley. Can he put a charge into this? Infield is shifted over to the left, now back to the right. They're square again. This one is driven in the air to left. Down the line, at the wall, off the base of the fence. That's going to ricochet all the way back toward the infield. The runner will score from second, and Salem Hills has tied the game.
On the first pitch of the at-bat, Lindley's able to get around on it and send that thing right to the wall. He's jacked that thing. Thought had a chance to get out there and took a heck of a roll, too, off the bottom of that wall.
And now we're gonna have a staff meeting here on the mound. There is movement in the bullpen for the Tigers, as is for the Skyhawks. We haven't seen anybody come out of the bullpen yet, but single runs in each of the first 4 innings, and the 19-seeded Skyhawks, give them credit, Wilson. They're hanging around. They're making it hard here for Orem.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. They're taking advantage here of Brotherson, who just hung that slider right over the plate. Not letting him get away with anything here. Cloward's up to bat here. Hit a single his last time, up 1 for 2 on the day. With the runner in scoring position, you're going to see what he can do.
Well, he swings and misses on that one.
Yeah, chased that one way out of the zone. Brotherson going low there again.
Right on cue, he jinxed it again. Runner on second with 1 out. The go-ahead run is in scoring position as Salem Hills looking to put their first multiple run inning on the board today. Swing and a miss.
Again, Brotherson locating well there in that bottom right corner of the strike zone. And Cloward can't seem to lay it off.
DeGraffenried is up next.
He's had a great day, too. 2 for 2. A double and a single.
0-2 the count. The pitch. Caught him swinging, strike 3. And a big strikeout there for Blake Brotherson, his second of the day, and there's 2 gone.
Needed that one bad.
He sure did. And as the waste management people causing a ruckus in the back. Cree Wallen letting everybody know that just a little bit of background noise from the trash to people back there. This first 3.5 innings has lasted 1 hour and 5 minutes. A lot of offense. This one barreled down the line, just foul. Wow. Just a little bit out in front.
DeGraffenried almost had himself another double there. Solid contact, just a little early on it. If he waits back in that another half second, he's able to send that thing right there down the line. That's a double.
0-1 pitch coming. Brotherson has a look back at the runner at second. Liner into right. That's a base hit. The runner will come around to score. And for the second time today, the Skyhawks soar in front. The RBI single by Caleb DeGraffenried.
And that's a great adjustment, too. You saw he was just early on that last off-speed pitch, right, taking it down the line. But he doesn't let the fastball catch him up, right, doesn't foul him off, doesn't get behind on it, but is able to take that to the right center gap. Really good back control there.
They just go back and forth. First multiple run inning of the afternoon for the Skyhawks, but they take the lead 5-4. As the first pitch to Braxton Harrison, the catcher is outside for ball 1. Pitch is down low in the carpet. 2 balls and no strikes, and both these starters having a little bit of trouble with the traffic on the base paths right now.
Missed with a slider there.
Brotherson has a look back at first. And the 2-0 pitch. Tip, foul, right back to the screen.
Yeah, just a little behind on it there. Couldn't quite get around. Harrison hitless today so far. 3 shot an error and a fielder's choice in his last 2 at-bats.
This one tipped right off the catcher. And looks like the home plate umpire, Travis Turner, is going to go out to have a word with Blake Brotherson. And Carl Hermanson is out there too.
The catcher take one?
I think that's probably the case.
Yeah.
Our umpire, Travis Turner, has a brush off of the home plate. Hermanson came out to check on his catcher, see if he's okay. The Salem Hills bench did the same, seeing if he was okay. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner on first. And the
Dangerous
pitch.
playing the game, man.
Ooh. And that one just misses the bottom of the black. And the count goes full here on the catcher, Braxton Harrison. Gus Johnson now lines up as the next one to take a swing.
Must have been just a little low there because they've been getting that inside call a lot today.
The 3-2 pitch. Runner goes. Doesn't matter. And the party continues here in the 4th inning for the Skyhawks as Gus Johnson now steps up to the plate. And now here comes Carl Hermanson out of the dugout. And I would think that's probably going to do it for Blake Brotherson.
Yeah, tough on that last pitch.
And there he goes. It's over. We're going to have a pitch and change.
Just missed with that fastball. Released a little late. Got it in the dirt.
We have a new pitcher coming in for Orem. We'll tell you who it is when we come back. As Salem Hills looking to add on to their 5-4 lead here in the 4th. New pitcher for the Orem Tigers is Beckett Hendry. Welcome back to the Rewind Sports Network and our coverage of the 5A Baseball State Championship Tournament. Our coverage is presented by Tab Bank. I want to give a shout out, of course, to some of the members of my ward who are at work right now watching the Orem YSA 41st. Of course, my Bishop Howard Hanneman watching this as well. But Wilson, I turn to you. Alexander Timothy Wilson Gustafson here from the broadcast booth here at BYU. Wilson, we've had a lot of long innings this afternoon already, and we're not even halfway through this game.
No, it's true. I mean, it's been... And what's interesting here is usually when we get a lot of long innings, it's because there's a lot of walks, right? But
that isn't the case today.
No, not at all. I mean, we've just seen a lot of offense, and we've seen a lot of longer at-bats. A lot of full counts, a lot of high strikes, high balls, which has really been interesting to see. But it makes for an entertaining game. It makes for a lot of offensive capability, right? I mean, 16 hits through 3.5 innings.
16
is a lot.
16 hits, 9 runs for both teams here this afternoon. Here comes Gus Johnson out to the plate. Pinch runner out there is Tage Bills at first base, running for the catcher Braxton Harrison. And Caleb DeGraffenried at second base. As Johnson now steps up to the plate in a big spot here for Beckett Hendry, trying to get out of this inning and limit any further damage. As we're just about halfway through this game. First pitch on the way from Hendry. The lefty. Lefty against lefty. Slugged down the right field line. Foul. As he was just a little bit out in front of that.
Yeah, looked pretty good there from up here. But just
It
barely...
always looks pretty good from up here, Wilson.
Just barely went a few feet to the right there. Could have been a lot of trouble for Orem if he was able to get that, straighten that thing out. Right fielder playing way close to the line. Opens up a big gap there in that right center.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Hendry has a look back. The 0-2 pitch. Ground ball to second. Picked up cleanly, throw to first, inning over.
Good play there.
Very good play right there as they get out of the inning. And we advance now to the bottom of the fourth inning. We'll keep it right here on the air and remind you the Rewind Sports Network's coverage of the 5A Baseball State Championships continues tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock a.m. Join Kyle Garrison here at Larry H. Miller Field for continuing coverage of the Utah Baseball State Championships. Wilson Gustafson joining me, Alexander Timolip here in the broadcast booth here at Larry H. Miller Field. Wilson, how big was that for Beckett Hendry to get out of the inning with no further damage on that play?
Well, that's huge, right? Because you want to save your arm for the rest of the game. And so the fact he's able to come in there, get himself a ground ball, get out of the jam, that's huge, setting himself up for success. So they'll be able to take control for the rest of this game and stay in there with Salem Hills and not letting it get away from them. Because especially as a reliever, you want to come in and set the pace, right? So he's able to come in there, command the opportunity, and set him up for success for the rest of this game.
The line score so far as it stands, 5 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors for the Skyhawks of Salem Hills. And for the Orem Golden Tigers, it's 4 runs on 6 hits with only 1 error here this afternoon, but plenty of entertainment to go around here at Larry H. Miller Field.
Now, we'll see what the Tigers can do here.
Leading off for the Tigers, number 13, Easton Petita.
This is Easton Petita, who we'll see starting the bottom half of inning number 4. Dom Jex right back to work, and he pours in a strike. There was movement in the bullpen on both sides. There still is movement, actually, for the Orem Tigers. This one is popped up sky high behind home plate, and making the squeeze with the catcher's mitt is Harrison, and there's one out.
And whoever's been warming up in the Orem bullpen has been there for a while now.
Yeah, outside of Beckett Hendry, it looks like that's Mac Ellison now, number 9, now warming up. He was warming up, now he is warming up now in the bullpen. As back to the top of the order, Merrick Bostock takes over. And he checks swings. Does he go? No. Didn't look like he did.
Bostock 2 for 2 today with 2 singles. Quintessential leadoff hitter here. Looking for some more contact, trying to get something going here for Orem.
This one is hit in the air to right, down the line. Might stay up just long enough for the right fielder to get over there, and making the squeeze is the right fielder, Lindley. And so 2 out here in the bottom half of the 4th inning.
Well, and that's exactly what Dom Jex is looking for here. Trying to bounce back after a tough last inning. Actually, he's been pretty settled in here. If we can get another 3 up, 3 down, just like he had, going to take control now that he's got the lead. Could be big for them coming up here into the 5th.
And think about it, Wilson. Like you said, the only blip on the radar seems to be that 4-run second inning. Other than that, he's looked solid.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, can't forget, he hit a lights out, probably 10-pitch first inning. And he's looking like he's putting together another one of those right here.
This one is hit in the air, though, to deep left field. Waiting into the sun and dropping it is the left fielder, Gus Johnson. That's the second time he's misplayed a ball and left.
Well, and you could see right from the time he was hitting it, he's using his glove to try and block out the sun. It's tough right there at that angle on this field. But it's still brutal seeing it just pop, just hit right, deflect right off of his glove. Got to be able to make that play.
That's the second time that's happened to him today, but can't really fault him for that one. I mean, the sun, like I said, is coming out, and it's come out in full force. But anyway, a runner in scoring position with 2 out. And the first pitch to the designated hitter, Chase Ford, is down low, ball 1. That goes down as an error. That does not go down as a base hit for Orem. Bad break, tough break there for the left fielder, Gus Johnson.
Pretty sure he's wishing he had his sunglasses on for that one.
This one top foul. A good one-handed snag back there in the batter circle by Taden Kahava.
Shout out.
That's football. Those are football reflexes coming into play.
Tiger-like reflexes.
1-1 the count. Runner on second. Down in the dirt again. 2 balls and a strike. Remember, there was movement up in the bullpen earlier, but there's no movement now.
Yeah, Jack still with 2 outs here, even after that misplay. Can still get out of here unscathed.
2-1. 2 outs. The pitch. He went. Strike 2. And now Jack's just 1 strike away from getting out of this inning.
Ford couldn't quite lay off the high stuff. 2-strike approach here. Looking for anything close.
The 2-2 pitch. And Jack's not wanting to take any chances. Steps off with Cy Burge lurking behind him at first base. Or second base, rather.
And we know Jex has a pickoff move. Can't forget what he pulled off earlier.
He's 1 for 2 today. That's right, on those pickoffs. 2-2 pitch. Chopper to third. Back up the line. That's going to be a fair ball. Burge comes around third. He will score. Diving in with a belly flop at second base is Ford, and the Tigers strike back. It's 5-5.
And that's some very, very nice hitting. With a 2-strike count, you're able to take a ball right on the left field line. That takes a lot of back control, a lot of discipline. But good work there by Chase Ford, able to extend this rally and tie things back up for the Tigers.
A huge 2-out hit right there. And now here comes Tatum Kaava. First pitch is inside, just off the block. 1 ball, no strikes.
Kaava with a single his last time up. He's 1 for 2 today, but he actually was one who got picked off just last inning.
Scuffed that back into the screen. You're right, he was the one that got picked off. That ended up killing that rally. 4 runs in the second, 1 in this 4th inning for the Orem Tigers. We're tied at 5. That one is right there. Strike 2.
Jack's able to spin a slider right there over the heart of the plate. Kava takes.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count, 2 out. Go ahead run standing on second. Here comes the pitch. Fly ball to center field. Going back is the center fielder. Clower, it's over his head. 1 run will score. Kaava puts the brakes on at second. And the Tigers leapfrog back in front.
In a back and forth game like this, every run is going to be huge. What Kaava was just able to do here, give the Tigers a lead again, is huge for the momentum of this game. Great for him to be able to come back. Got picked off his last time, struck out his first at bat, but come here, hit a double over the center fielder's head. I mean, that's mental toughness right there. Great approach, great at bat.
The seesaw battle continues. What a game this has been.
Lots of doubles.
A lot of extra base hits. First pitch to Jax is off the catcher's glove. That'll allow Kaava to trot down to third. On what I believe is going to be ruled another pass ball.
Engelman up now. Reached on an error his first at bat and walked his last time, 0 for 1 today. Scored a run as well. See if he can try and extend the lead here for the Tigers.
1-0 pitch. Strike called. Good pitch. Braxton Harrison having a bit of trouble squeezing those pitches. Very worried about the threat of Kaava running. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball, line base hit. Kaava will score. It's 7-5.
Sometimes that's all you need right there. Just put the ball in play, solid contact, sneak it right by the third baseman. Good work there by Engelman to bring in another man home.
Jackson Johnson now, he of the 2-run home run in the second inning. As Scott Hadley's going to come out and have a chat with Travis Turner here.
Yeah, Johnson is the man who started this whole rally.
Trying to check the pitch count is what they're trying to do.
Pitch count currently is 79.
That's, I believe, what the conversation was about. So
79 for Jex.
Yeah, 79 through 3 2/3 innings.
It's really getting up there. Got multiple arms going right now in the Salem Hills bullpen. Wondering how long they're going to want to keep Jex out here. Maybe see if he can get out of this inning.
Pop up. High
Might
in
be
the
it right
air.
there.
That might be it right here. Where is it going, though? And they're not going to get it. And again, having trouble getting the ball in the sun.
Yeah, not a ton of wind on that one. Just
No.
right into the sunlight. Really tough to read there. Especially with the catcher, too, throwing the mask off. It's always a little disorienting. Yeah, it's a tough play to make. Jackson gets another chance.
0-1 the count, 2 out. 3 runs already home here in this bottom half of the 4th inning. 0-1 pitch is lined down the right field side, foul. And then tailing towards the Salem Hills bullpen. So again, another 2-strike count.
We've seen a lot of those today. Lots of long at-bats. I mean, this game is taking its dear sweet time, and we're still only in the 4th.
Isn't this fun?
It's baseball.
This is hilarious. This is great. This one down and away, ball 1.
I mean, been an entertaining game for sure.
It has been a very entertaining game. Parker Van Buren stands on deck.
I mean, not a lot of walks at all. Just lots of hitting, lots of offense. Which you'd love to see, right?
1-2 pitch, and we have a pitch clock violation called.
Wow.
We have a time called by the hitter.
Got to be frustrating for Jax here. Delivered a strike right there on that pitch.
Yeah, but the hitter called time just before the clock ran out. 1-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Good discipline there from Johnson, not chasing away, low in the zone. We've seen both pitchers go for that spot a lot today.
Two pitch. Ground ball, base hit. Right through that gap on the left side. Throw comes back in to hold the runners at first and second. The 10th hit of the afternoon here for the Orem Tigers.
But Johnson keeps it alive.
And that's going to do it for Dom Jex. As we're going to have a new pitcher out of the bullpen for the Skyhawks.
The pace of this game has slowed down a lot.
Oh, it sure has.
I mean, it's been 2 long innings here, these last 2.
Dom Jex done after 3 2/3 innings and almost 90 pitches. New pitcher coming out of the bullpen. We'll tell you who it is when we come back.
With a TabSpend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. TabSpend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Nick Schaefer takes over for Dom Jex, who was chased after 3 2 innings, and similar story for the starter on the other side for Orem. Blake Brotherson, he was chased after 3 2/3 innings. Alexander Timlin alongside Wilson Gustafson. Wilson, you said it. This game has been entertaining to watch, and I would say it's a defensive coach's nightmare right now to try to figure out how to stop these two offenses.
I think a lot of it's going to come down to pitching. We haven't seen a lot of swings and misses. It's been a lot of pitchers attacking the strike zone, giving hitters a chance to hit, and the thing is they're taking advantage of it. Lots of strong contact, lots of barrels, and we've seen just, honestly, a lot of singles. A lot of stuff dropping right in front of the outfielders. A couple of extra base hits here and there to kind of move things along. But overall, it's just been a hitting masterclass. Good stuff here from both sides, but especially the Orem Tigers taking advantage of it right now.
20 hits in this game, 10 on each side, 12 runs scored. Salem Hills has scored in every inning they have faced a pitcher. And similar, but conversely, on the other side, the Orem Tigers have put up crooked numbers in each inning they faced an opposing pitcher. And they now have a chance to put up a second 4 spot here this afternoon.
Parker Van Buren up now with a walk and a fly out today.
He's one of the few not to join the hit party today on either side. Ball 1. 0 for 1 today. (7-5) Orem leads.
Van Buren and Patida are actually the only 2 hitters in the Tiger lineup without a hit today.
That's insane. 2 balls and no strikes now from Schaefer to Parker Van Buren. Approaching 4 o'clock local time. This game is almost taking up 90 minutes, and we are just still in the 4th inning. 2-0 pitch. Pop up onto the roof. And it hits off the stanchion on the roof, so that means it's time for a Riverton Chevy random roof ringer after this next pitch.
Whew, I've been waiting for this one.
Uh-oh.
It's about time.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
The Brooklyn
I
Dodgers.
gotta hear this one after this one after this pitch for sure. Don't jump the gun on me there, Wilson.
Sorry,
You're getting excited. You're getting a little
I'm
too excited on this one.
Been waiting for this roof ringer.
It's our second one this afternoon. 2-1 pitch. This one misses the corner high and away. 3-1.
Little frustration for the catcher there. I know he's calling that on the outside corner.
Travis Turner now turning to the dugout. Some shouts of disagreement coming from the Salem Hills dugout, and gives a warning. Next one to do it is going to get tossed. Things getting a little chippy here. Maybe a little frustration coming out for Salem Hills. 3-1. Fly ball, right field line, tailing. It is not going to be caught. It drops in. And the count goes full here on Parker Van Buren. Again, another long at-bat. We've seen a lot of these today.
Salem Hills obviously really wanted that call on the outside corner there. Seemed to kind of be what sparked a lot of that.
Yeah.
That outburst there from the ump. So there seems to be a lot of chatter coming with the Salem Hills dugout over here.
3 balls and 2 strikes, 2 out. Full count with 2 runners on. A little bit of head games here. And as you can feel the tension on every pitch now, so critical as we get to the later innings of this game.
I can't forget, runners on first and second here. A couple more runs could put this game away potentially if Tigers have a strong arm coming out of the bullpen.
The pitch. Liner into right. And it's going to be right at the right fielder. And that ends the inning. Everybody to Larry H. Miller Field, top of the 5th inning. The Salem Hills Skyhawks hanging around on the Orem Tigers, down 7-5. Now coming to bat here in the bottom of the top of the 5th inning. Alexander Timlin, Wilson Gustafson here inside the broadcast booth. Wilson, you said you were ready for that random roof ringer presented by Riverton Chevy. I think we better hear it right now.
Here we go. Okay. So the Brooklyn Dodgers played the Boston Braves in a May 1st, 1920 game, which set the MLB record for the most innings ever played, with 26. The game eventually ended in a tie when it was called due to darkness.
Ah, yes, that was when they didn't have lights in the stadium back then.
Yep, way back in the day, 1920, man.
1926, eh? Or 1920 between... That's the forerunner to the Atlanta Braves, I believe. The Boston Braves, of course.
Yep.
They used to be called the Boston Red Stockings before the Red Sox were a thing. But their first name, believe it or not, the Boston Bean Eaters.
The Bean Eaters.
The Bean Eaters of all things. The Bean Eaters. That was their first name, the Boston Bean Eaters back in the 1890s. Hard to believe how they ended up with Braves as the name, but what do we know about baseball?
I think it might have been a bit of an improvement.
Yeah, a bit of an improvement. They
Five
ended up
from the
winning.
hip here.
Yes, they ended up winning a World Series in 1914 as the Braves in Boston, and they won one in Milwaukee in 1957, and now they have two in Atlanta, 95 and 2021. This one misses the bottom half of the black. Beckett Hendry is the pitcher out there for the Tigers. He got the last out of the fourth inning, and now he's out there to start the fifth. 3-0 pitch is taking all the way. Strike one.
Calling that low pitch. Haven't seen that a ton today.
By
Good
the-
frame job there.
And by the way, the pitcher's spot now being taken by Nick Schaefer. So Austin Hicks still has not appeared at the plate today. 3-1 pitch. Change up high, ball 4. And then walk issue 2, Nick Schaefer to begin inning number 5.
Yeah, waited just a little bit for that call there.
Maybe just a little bit right there. Anyway, Trey Mitchell now stands in as the tying run, and the go-ahead run in the person of Trig Richards now is in the hole.
Running for the Skyhawks, number 10, McCoy Grover.
And you do wonder, with all the fireworks we've had this afternoon, we may just be getting started here at Miller Field.
I mean,
First-
Mitchell. Oh,
First pitch on the corner is away, ball 1. By the way, McCoy Grover back out, pinch running at first.
and Mitchell had that double earlier in the game that kind of got things started for Salem Hills in the second inning, able to help them score. Seeing if he can get things started again here.
That changeup is away. 2 balls, no strikes. You can tell they are working with a lot of caution, especially after you've given up 20 hits in the game, or 10 hits in the game, 20 for both teams.
And time is starting to run thin here just a little bit for Salem Hills in the 5th inning. You want to try and get on top as quick as you can. Don't want to leave it to the last out, or especially leave it up to the clock. Just a little too swift there at the intervention. For shout out to my co-broadcaster here, Alex Tumalip, known Taylor Swift fan.
Am I really, though? I'm not. 2-0 pitch. That one is away on the corner. They don't get the call again. Ball 3, and now Carl Hermanson's out of the dugout and giving an earful to Travis Turner.
Neither team seems to be overly satisfied because both of those pitches, both times,
And
players
Turner-
have gotten rowdy. It's been that outside pitch.
And a makeup call right there, but Hermanson was almost halfway out to the batter's box right there, and Turner had to give him the death stare to get back in. So things getting chippy here. 3-1. Fly ball foul, that's going on the roof. Ooh, right over us too, goodness.
Thank goodness for the roof, man.
Thank goodness for the tarp here at
Protecting
Larry
us,
H. Miller Field.
protecting us, and providing us an opportunity
Yes.
for a good old random roof ringer.
Yes, for the random roof ringer presented by Riverton Chevy. 3-2 the count, the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And a big strikeout there for Beckett Hendry. And there's one out. All right, Wilson, go ahead.
Alrighty. So, Alex, I actually got this one's going to come in the form of a trivia question for you, man.
Oh, dear, not again.
Can you name the only player to be a member of both the Baseball and Pro Football Hall of Fame?
That's a trick question. That's Bo Jackson, isn't it?
It is not Bo Jackson.
Is it really? Who
No.
is it?
It is Cal Hubbard. He played in the
Huh.
NFL for the Packers and the Giants.
Oh,
and
that's
he
way
also
back.
played baseball for the Pirates before becoming an MLB umpire after his retirement.
Man, that's way back there. I mean, everybody would have thought Bo Jackson, obviously, right? But
yeah, I don't know if he's in the...
I think he's in the College Football Hall of Fame. He's not in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, so there's a difference.
Mm-hmm. I mean, because he was lights out in
he,
college football.
Amazing.
He was a beast.
Of course, his career was cut short by that freak hip injury when he was playing for the Raiders. Sorry to bring that up if Dusty's listening. This one is golf foul on the University Avenue logout. Everybody better duck. The tying run represented here by Trig Richards. Mason Ward stands on deck. 1-2 the count, 1 out, and a runner on first base in the person of McCoy Grover, the pinch runner. The 1-2. Did he go? No, he did not.
Bat did not cross the plate.
I don't think that clearly did not cross the plane.
Catcher really wanted it, though.
Yeah, it sounded like Jack Allen really wanted it, but it was pretty clear from up here. He did not go. 2-2 the pitch. Down low, does not get the call. Ball 3. And a full count again. Another long at-bat here.
I mean, that seems to be the theme for today. It seems like every at-bat
has been that way. 3-2 now the pitch. On the way. Liner to right, base hit. They'll put the stop sign up. Grover at second. Richards at first. Here comes Mason Ward, and the go-ahead run is coming to the plate, and now the heart rates really start to go up a few extra beats.
And that is always so frustrating as a pitcher, right? You're battling, you're doing everything you can to get 2 strikes on your guy. He fouls off a couple pitches, and on your best pitch, your 3-2 pitch, he's going to take that thing, just bloop it right in the shallow right field. It's tough to come back from, giving it your all every single at-bat.
First pitch on the way is down low in the dirt, ball 1. Ward, Lindley, Talon, Cloward.
We've got to see how Hendry can bounce back after that last at-bat here.
Pitch on the way in the dirt, ball 2. And now all of a sudden he's halfway to loading the bags. And here comes Carl Hermanson out of the dugout real quick to give a pep talk to Beckett Hendry.
Definitely seems to be a little bit flustered. Missed pretty bad on those first 2 pitches to bring up a 2-0 count.
And it looks like they are going to get an arm ready in the bullpen.
Ward is hitless today. Grounded out to the pitcher and struck out looking his last at-bat.
Looking up at the bullpen, I believe that is Cole Engeman up in the bullpen right now. Of course, the backup quarterback to Taden Kaava earlier this season for the Orem Tigers football team. And now they all part ways as the nerves here inside this ballpark start to get turned up a little bit. Late innings, 7-5. Tying run is at first base. The go-ahead run is at the plate. 2-0 pitch. Down low, ball 3. And now what do you do here, Wilson?
I mean, 3-0 count. You really don't want to give him anything to hit here. You almost want to take the walk, but then you've only got 1 out. If you could get something low in the zone, get yourself a ground ball, try and get out of this jam. Great pitch there. Low in the zone.
And a much-needed one right there, a much-needed strike.
Because you don't want to hang anything over the plate because 3-0, in a situation like this, he could be swinging.
3-1, the pitch. Pop up, that's coming into us. Actually, it falls right into the portal down there on the right side. So full count here, the offering coming from Beckett Hendry. 1 out here in the top half of inning number 5. The pitch. Down low, ball 4. And the bases are loaded full of blue shirts.
It's got to be another frustrating at-bat for Hendry there. Went down 3-0, brought it back to a full count, and then just lost it with that last pitch. So tough, even with a couple of foul balls mixed in there. But he's battling out there. He's doing his best. See what he can do here in a bases-loaded situation.
The tying run is in scoring position. The go-ahead run is at first. First pitch. In at the knees for a strike. Good positioning there from Beckett Hendry. One swing, and this game almost certainly is going to be tied. As Carl Hermanson comes out to check the pitch count, make sure everything is squared. Bases full. And we have a balk! A balk is called on Beckett Hendry. And Hendry is pleading his case to third base umpire Cree Wallen. And here comes Hermanson to the plate.
I didn't even see the move. I didn't even see what happened.
And Hendry is furious. And the pitching coach also is out there as well. Hermanson trying to get his guys back. And Travis Turner and Hermanson are having a heated conversation, to say the least, down here on the third baseline. And the pitching coach is out there as well. Hermanson is telling him to get back in.
I wish we had a replay here.
I wish we did too. Meanwhile, after all of that, the run comes in to score. Hermanson is still giving it to Travis Turner.
There was no pickoff attempt.
There was no pickoff attempt, so the only thing I could think of was he wasn't set in his motion. And let me tell you, Hendry was really close to getting tossed by the third base umpire, and Hermanson had to come out and defend him. But either way, it is now 7-6. And this crazy game just keeps getting crazier.
Yeah, that was a key run scored there to make it a one-run game.
And now we have a bit of confusion here because Scott Hadley is trying to figure out where the base runners are supposed to be. Because when the balk occurred, there was bases loaded, but it appeared Cree Wallen, the third base umpire, signaled for the third one to come home and the second one to move up. And he did not signal for the first base runner to move. But I believe the signal was everybody moves up a bag. Now we got it all. So Tage Bills now goes out at second base. And all of a sudden, the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. Crazy. And all of this with one out. Here comes the 0-1. Down low, ball one, and boy,
it's been an unfortunate...
really have to lock in here if you're Beckett Hendry. You just got to forget about it.
I mean, it's been an unfortunate series of unforced errors here. I mean, we had a walk to lead off the inning, a strikeout, a single, a walk,
and then that balk.
And then box to move them up. We're really going to have to stay mentally tough here and fight back here, Beckett Hendry.
7-6. What a crazy game.
Still only one out.
And there's still one out. Yes. Here's the 1-2. Liner down the left field line. That's trouble. One run will score. Here comes the second. It bounces off the Big 12 logo at the foot of the fence. And Salem Hills in front again. This crazy game just keeps on getting crazier.
And that'll be back-to-back doubles for Bracken Lindley in the 9-hole. 3 RBIs on the day. And just whenever Salem Hills needed it.
And we're going to have a switch. Beckett Hendry done. The Skyhawks strike back again It is 8-7. Backup quarterback for the Orem Tigers football squad, Cole Engelman, now takes over. What a crazy sequence here at Miller Field. Alexander Timolip, Wilson Gustafson. In case you all missed it, folks, let's catch you up. This inning started innocently with a walk, but everything turned on its head when the bases got loaded, and then a balk was called on Beckett Hendry. Chaos ensued, and then a 2-run double by Bracken Lindley, his second of the day and his second and third RBIs of the afternoon. And Wilson, this crazy seesaw game just keeps on getting more crazier.
One thing I've noticed in this game, in the development of as we've gone on, is that things started off very controlled, very disciplined, right? We didn't see a lot of walks, saw a lot of hits, good defense. That as we've gone on, there were no walks given up by the Orem Tigers in the first 3 innings. In the last 2 innings, we have seen 4 walks. So ultimately, we've got to see them lock in here. Hopefully, with Engelman coming in here, he's able to dial things back in for him, get a couple of needed outs, still have a runner in scoring position, so it's going to take a lot for him to get out of this jam, hopefully stop the bleeding and be able to get back on top in their half of the inning.
Runner in scoring position at second, a crucial insurance run out there at second, as this one is golf foul. What a crazy sequence of events here at Miller Field. Talon Clower now the leadoff hitter with Caleb DeGraffenried standing on deck. 8-7, Salem Hills.
1 for 3 on the day. Struck out his last time up.
There's a strike.
Little slider there, spun it in. Over the plate, tailing a little bit away. Good break.
There's still only 1 out. Amazingly. What a game this has been. And a game that has lasted nearly almost 2 hours now. Oh, 2 pitch. Got him. And a big strikeout right there for Cole Engelman coming out of the bullpen, and there's 2 gone.
Oh, it's a huge way to set the pace right there. Coming in your first at-bat. You want to start it off strong, want to help your team out, get him out of the jam. Now you got it coming up with 2 outs. That's huge. Let your defense take a breath.
In steps DeGraffenried now. First pitch coming. There's a strike. Good slider right at the knees. Crucial insurance run out there at second base in scoring position. Caleb DeGraffenried stands in against Cole Engelman. The 0-1 pitch. Foul. Right off the screen. 2 strikes. Engelman looking for 1 more strike to get out of this inning and give his offense another chance in the bottom of the 5th. Like we said, folks, this may very well just be starting, and we may not be done yet here this afternoon at Miller Field. 0-2 pitch. Ground ball to second. Deep in the hole. Throw to first. Got him. The Tigers escape the jam. The Skyhawks score 3, and they retake the lead. What a game this has been. We remind you the Rewind Sports Network's coverage of the 5A State Baseball Championships is presented all week long by Tab Bank, a member of the FDIC. Home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with 3.5% APY on your balance and 1% cash back on all eligible purchases. Those great rewards are just the beginning, though. There's convenient online and mobile banking with no hidden or complex qualifications, no minimum opening balance, and no account fees, period. No wonder Tab Bank calls it a big deal. Tab Bank, proud member of the FDIC and proud sponsor of the UHSAA State Tournament here on KSL Sports Rewind. Well, what a game this has been this afternoon. Just our second game here of the day. Here at Miller Field, Alexander Tumulip with Wilson Gustafson here. Josh Dodge on the camera. We have been treated to a spectacular game this afternoon, a wild game. And Wilson, if that fifth inning was any indication of what's to come, I keep harping on it, but the fireworks might just only be getting started this afternoon and this evening.
I mean, it's what we've been seeing all game. It's been back and forth. It seems as soon as one team is able to establish a lead, next thing you know, the other guy's right back at you. It's been entertaining to watch for sure, but both teams are really looking for some consistency.
Leading off the Tigers, number 5, Jack Allen.
8-9-1 to start the bottom half of the fifth inning here. And the first pitch is down in the dirt for ball 1. Eight to 7 Salem Hills. What a game this has been. Now one just misses the inner half and almost actually hit him. 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, Schaefer really came in on him there.
Two-0 pitch outside. 3 balls and no strikes.
Looks like he's trying to go for a little two-seamer slider action, but missed way outside. Not quite close. Bring up a 3-0 count here. Not how you want to start off this leadoff at bat.
So 3-0 the count. And that one is ball 4. And so a leadoff walk issued by Nick Schaefer.
Yeah, not quite close on any of those. Seeing if he can kind of dial in on the commands. But with a leadoff walk like that, it's very possible that we could be seeing Orem starting up to take another lead here.
Bringing you up to date, by the way, on the second game at UVU between Harriman and Davis. Davis defeating the Mustangs 8-2. And so it'll be Lehigh and Davis in the first winner's bracket game tomorrow at 4:30. What a game that is going to be down at UCCU Ballpark. That one is a close play at first, but they don't get him. We've already seen a couple of instances where that pickoff has worked.
Yeah, and Salem Hills really is not afraid to throw the ball over there, even with their righties. Then again, it's worked in their favor a couple of times now.
Again, another check throw, and again, another miss. The tying run is at first. Go-ahead run in the person of Petita at the plate. Here's the pitch. Showing bunt. Bunts it up the first baseline. Foul.
Now we see at least a lot of attempts at small ball from Olympus in that last game. We weren't quite able to make it click. Could be huge here in a one-run game, though. If you're able to advance that runner, knock him in, tie things up. Seeing the vision here, just got to be able to put it into play. You know one thing I miss, Alex, at least from last year's tournament? Seemed like pretty much every team dyed their hair or bleached their hair blonde.
That's true. We haven't seen a whole lot of that this year. The pitch out attempt goes awry. 1 ball, 1 strike.
It was kind of fun if like
Well,
Lehigh
think,
did it, right?
Yeah, Lehigh did it, but well, hey, look what happened. It led them all the way to the title, right? So,
Trying to remember who else. I think American Fork probably did it.
AF did it.
Skyridge.
No, not Skyridge. It was
no,
Riverton.
Corner Canyon
Corner
did, too.
Canyon did, and Riverton did too.
That's right. And those are some of the best teams. Well,
Those were, I mean,
Corner Canyon got worked that one game, but
other than that, I mean, last year was probably the 8 best teams in the state, and in fairness to everybody else, I mean, there was no better teams that were playing, no better team that was playing in front than Lehigh, as this one is bunted foul behind the plate. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Easton Petita with the tying run on first and the go-ahead run represented at the plate by the right fielder.
Riverton did have a great squad last year, too, though.
Oh, they
for
were
sure.
loaded. I mean, Easton Hicks, Oregon State pitcher Zach Edwards, who Hawaii didn't get to see in that 4-game series back in May, as this one is up high 2-2. But Dallin Ellison was on that, Easton Hicks, like I said, and then you had Dylan Zulo and Cooper Hansen, who's at Slick right now, Salt Lake Community College. You have Carson Moody. A lot of familiar names on that roster, what ended up being Jay Applegate's last season. As a check throw back to first and in safely is Jack Allen. Applegate retiring last year after 25 years at the helm of Riverton. What a career. 2-2. And an excuse me swing foul up the right field side.
Petita here hanging tough with 2 strikes, able to foul that one off.
Again, long at bat. 7th pitch of the AB coming up here for the right fielder, Petita. And Nick Schaefer's been throwing, all these pitchers have been throwing a lot of high-stress pitches. 2-2 pitch. Line into right field, down the line. That is going to be foul. Just foul.
Just barely. Right fielder's really hustling over there trying to make that play. Couldn't quite get there in time. Lucky for him, it went foul.
Now the wind looks like it's shifted and going the other way now to left field. So that helps the pitchers a little bit. As we're just about 2 hours into this battle here at Larry H. Miller Field. Our next game up is Viewmont Maple Mountain, but folks, we ain't starting any time before 5 o'clock. And we are certainly not starting just after 5 either. It's going to be a while. Pop up into center field. Coming in is the shortstop, and he makes the grab. And the runner retreats back to first, and the first out of the inning is recorded. On a great play by the shortstop, Austin Hicks.
Truly got a good jump on it, was able to track that thing out. Left fielder potentially could have gotten there, but it looks like they're playing pretty deep. Makes a nice play, even in the sun. Tracks it down, well done.
Eric Bostock now. Cy Burge, the shortstop, to follow. First pitch. Outside, throw back to first. And it gets past the first baseman. Throw down to second. And they got him!
Looks like he almost pulled off a little swim move action there, but didn't quite get there in time. Got him in the chest. Great tag, great play. Punishing the aggressive base running there from Orem.
Another gem of a defensive play. Goes officially 2-3-6. 1-0 pitch from Schaefer. High pop-up. That is going back towards home plate. Whoa, look out. Bounces right into the front row. And up into the portal section.
Yeah, snuck right in there between the tarp and the net we've got going here.
Well, I'm just glad none of them have cleared the nets that have come near us.
Yeah.
Because we are right up here on it right now. We are literally up here on it. Josh Dodge claims he would save us, but I'm not buying that. Here's the pitch. Now one high and away, 2-1. Salem Hills' defense has been stout all afternoon. Austin Hicks, the shortstop, has been nothing short of brilliant. 2-1. This one's in the carpet, 3 balls and a strike.
Yep, just missing away there on that pitch. Low and away, nothing to hit. But everything counts here with 2 outs.
3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Good changeup there from Schaefer. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 out now. Skyhawks 1 strike away from getting out of this inning.
Bostock with a couple singles ready today.
The pitch. Line to left center. Base hit. That's going to be trouble. Up against the Intermountain Health sign at the bottom of the fence. Winged back in from the left field gap. And a 2-out base runner here for the Orem Tigers.
And Bostock loves that spot up that left center gap. He's already hit there twice. Able to really find a little bit more grasp, a little bit more velocity. He's able to leg that one out into a double. But he's had a great day. Able to get himself into scoring position. Set up the Tigers to score right here.
So the tying run is on at second base in scoring position with 2 out. We've seen both pitching staffs get into jams and get out of them this afternoon. Schaefer has a look back, and it's down and away for ball 1.
Not quite close on that one, missing away.
They are trying to work with extreme caution here to Cy Burge. Chase Ford stands on deck. Tatum Kaava's in the hole. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss on the high cheese.
And we've seen a lot of pitchers today have been getting down in counts early, which is what has kind of led to a lot of these longer at-bats. So they get 2 balls early, 3 balls early, and have to battle back, which is a recipe for some long at-bats. But good on Schaefer for getting back in there, bringing it up to 1-1.
1-1 pitch. Out again. Outside again. 2 balls and a strike.
Missing off speed there.
Cy Burge represents the go-ahead run. Schaefer, long look back at second, the pitch. High fly ball into center field. Shortstop Hicks running out there. Center fielder Cloward comes in, makes the squeeze. That's the end of the inning. And again, the Skyhawks get out of a possible jam. They still are up by 1. They lead going to the 6th inning, 8-7. Welcome back, everyone, to Larry H. Miller Field on the campus of Brigham Young University. 8-7 is your score. The 19-seeded Salem Hills Skyhawks giving the Orem Tigers all that they can handle and then some this afternoon. As the Orem Tigers trying to stay alive and stay in the winner's bracket. The Salem Hills Skyhawks trying to continue their Cinderella chase of a championship into the winner's bracket. The winner will advance to the winner's bracket tomorrow, where they will play the late game at 7 p.m.
Yeah, props to Salem Hills. They're putting up a 0. Haven't seen a lot of that lately. Able to get out of a couple of tricky jams, some nifty defensive plays there. Props to them, seeing if they can extend the lead, give themselves a little bit more insurance going here into the 6th.
Ground ball to short. Picked up on a hop, winged over to first. And a 1-pitch, 1-out start for Cole Engelman. Here in the 6th inning, like to remind you at the conclusion of this afternoon's game,
Now playing for 23, Gus Johnson.
Wilson and I will be selecting our choice for the Heidemann & Associates Player of the Game, presented by Tab Bank. Tab Bank, a proud sponsor of the Rewind Sports Network's coverage of the UHSAA Spring Sports Championships. Gus Johnson takes a strike on the inner half. Winner plays Brighton tomorrow afternoon at 4:30 p.m. Loser will have to play the first game tomorrow at 11 a.m. against Olympus. And I tell you, whoever has to go into that tournament or has to go into that game is going to be plenty big mad.
It's true. Yeah, whoever Olympus is going to face is going to be got quite the challenge ahead of them. We've got 2 pretty evenly matched teams here.
We already know one of the winner's bracket second rounders to face tomorrow, Harriman against Davis. And the loser bracket, Pleasant Grove, will have to face Harriman to keep their season alive. It's going to be a shame whoever loses this one, though. This has been an incredible game on both sides. The pitch, up high, 2-2.
Fastball away for Engelman. Been seeing a lot of that so far. He's got some zip to it for sure. Definitely a little bit faster than...
Got him looking, strike free. Second strikeout for Cole Engelman out of the bullpen. And just like that, there are quickly 2 gone here in the top half of inning number 6.
Great pitch selection there. Coming back in after missing outside. Came back in almost a little too over the heart of the plate, but had enough velocity, enough ride
Now playing for
to get that call.
John Jacks.
Dom Jack's still in the lineup even after.
So Dom Jack's back into the lineup as the designated hitter now.
Always interesting how you can kind of manipulate the lineup there whenever you've got your pitcher who can hit too.
I mean, he's contributed a couple of times to his own cause this afternoon too.
Mm-hmm.
1 ball, 1 strike to count on Dom Jex. As Cole Engelman trying to get his side to the bottom half of the 6th inning. 1-1 pitch is a high strike of the letters.
Ooh, nice curveball there.
That was pretty.
Changes speed, has some good late break. Spun it right in there to the strike zone.
1-2 the count and the pitch. Aloha. Engelman gets his 3rd strikeout, and the Orem Golden Tigers get to the bottom of the 6th after setting down the Skyhawks in order. We'll be back in 30 seconds after this word from Nutricost on the Rewind Sports Network with the score remaining 8-7. Welcome back, everyone, to Miller Fields and the Miller Sports Complex here on the campus of Brigham Young University. Alexander Timilip alongside Wilson Gustafson. Remind you, our next game coming up here, whenever this game finishes, is 9th-seeded Viewmont taking on 25-1 Maple Mountain. And then the nightcap will be the Spanish Fort Dons taking on the Cypress Pirates. And there's going to be a lot of SF black and red here at Miller Park. Here, though, it's 8-7 between Salem Hills and Orem. And Wilson, I turn to you now. This is where the heartbeats are going to get really frantic now here down the stretch of these final couple of innings.
Well, it's true. It's really interesting just because we've seen so much offense earlier in this game. However, for the first time, we've seen back-to-back scoreless frames in this baseball game. So we're going to see if the bats are going to pick up here or if they'll go out with a whimper with an 8-7 lead right now to Salem Hills. We're going to see what happens.
We have a new pitcher on the mound, by the way. Peyton Higginson is now on the mound, and he will come out for what I would assume is going to try to be a 6-out save. The win, of course, will go to Nick Schaefer. And the loss would be charged to Beckett Hendry. And the starters, Blake Brotherson and Dom Jex, would both get no decisions. But like we said, Wilson, it's going to be it's a shame somebody has to lose this game. I mean, this has been an outstanding game to watch all afternoon, and again, it's a shame that someone has to lose.
No, it's true. I mean, it's been back and forth. There's been some great offense on both sides. Been really entertaining for both sides to watch, honestly. So it's true. Whoever is going to be going in and facing Olympus tomorrow is really going to have their work cut out for them.
Well, we also know whoever faces Olympus tomorrow is going to be big mad.
Mm-hmm. That's for sure.
I mean, whoever it is, Orem or Salem Hills, I mean, whoever Olympus has to face tomorrow, all they know is they're going to get a team that's big mad and ready to do damage tomorrow morning. Remember, whoever loses this game has to play tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. First pitch on the way is popped up high in the air. Where is it? Coming down and making the catch is Richards. Almost ran right into his third baseman, but 1 pitch, 1 out. And honestly, you couldn't.
Yeah, it's a great start there.
You couldn't script it any better there for Higginson.
Now you actually love to see it if you're a Salem Hills fan. Also, just quick side note: starting pitcher Dom Jex now coming as the catcher, coming as the backstop, calling a couple pitches here. So
he's working on both ends of the battery, the positive and the negative, you can say. That is a pretty pitch right there from Higginson for a strike.
That was a great curveball. Saw a couple of those in warm-ups. Really able to locate it well, low and away. Tough for any righty to hit right there.
0-1 pitch. Line to left. Base hit.
Got a little too greedy,
too much
though.
of the play right there. And Tatum Kaava, representing the tying run, now is on at first base. And the heartbeats are going to get a little bit faster here in the stands.
It's true. Once they've seen it once, can make it tough. Tough to sneak up by him 2 times, especially a good hitter like Kaava.
Up to the plate, Zach Engelman now. Ground ball, base hit again! This time to the third base side. And the tying and go-ahead runs are on board. Just like that.
Could be a potential recipe for disaster here for Salem Hills. Not how they wanted this to go after that early pop-out. A couple runs here could change a lot, considering that they just put up a big fat bagel.
And here comes Jackson Johnson. He had the 2-run home run earlier in this game in the second inning. Feels like a long time ago now. Infield is in a double play depth. Higginson, the pitch. Strike over the inner half. Beautiful pitch.
And we've seen some well-located pitches here. Orem has just been able to get a hold of him. Some really nice hitting, some really good back control here. We'll see if it will continue with Johnson.
0-1. Down low in the carpet. Ball 1. As a look back, 1-1. Out and away, ball 2. And maybe a hit and run could be on here, Wilson, for Orem. This is the count you want.
It's true. I wouldn't even be surprised. A potential little sacrifice going down the first base line, trying to get a second and third situation here could be huge. 2 guys in scoring position. A lot of potential here for Johnson. With a 2-1 count, you also know he wants to swing away.
2-1. Strike 2.
Another good pitcher located up and away. Tough for any righty to hit. I mean, that's when you have to take the opposite way. But Johnson's been pulling the ball all day long, so not the pitch that he's going to go for to bring up a 2-strike count for him.
Everyone's ready. The 2-2 pitch. Got him looking. Strike 3.
That curveball was nails. Right there at the knees, low and inside. Got Johnson looking. Great pitch.
You talk about clutch. That was it. Wow. 2 gone. Higginson has a look back at second. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Another off-speeder. He has been lights out with that slider.
Higginson has some really good break on a lot of it on his slider and his curveball. A lot of it going away. It's making it really tough for all these righties to get a hold of it.
The pitch again. That one just missed the outside corner. And I mean just missed by about a few inches.
Yeah, and he's not afraid to use it at all.
Tying run on second. Go-ahead run on first. What could be the potential winning run at first base? Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
And that's 3 breaking balls in a row from Higginson, leaning heavily on that. I mean, he's able to get it in there for a strike. But wonder if he's going to try and come back with any speed here. Try and get someone late. Try and get a whiff.
1-2 the count. 2 out. 2 runners on. Here comes the pitch. Had to pull it back over the right side of the plate. It missed by a few inches.
4th in a row.
Yep. That was close, though, but right call, I think, in the end.
Yeah, really close. Salem Hills wanted that one for sure.
Deuce is wild. Here it comes. Got him! No! Hold on a minute! Hold on a minute! We have a balk called! A balk is called against Peyton Higginson! Travis Turner now is a little bit befuddled. He looked at Cree Wallen saying, "What gives?" and I guess he went with it. Everybody is confused here because Travis Turner is everyone is confused here because Travis Turner was even looking at his umpire saying, "What?"
I have no idea what the call would be
everyone was
there.
confused.
Because again,
Even Travis Turner was looking out at Cree Wallen saying, really?
I mean, he made no motion towards any base runners. Looks like he came set. Not quite sure what they're seeing out there, what the call could be. But regardless, that is going to bail Orem out of a huge jam right there.
But it's still not over, though.
No, not at all. I mean, after the fifth.
It's still not.
Fifth breaking ball in a row.
It is still not over. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes.
But no one can seem to touch the slider.
Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. The balk moves everybody up a bag. The 2-2. Fouled again. Look out. That goes right over the top of us, and it hits the press box. That's the second balk called this afternoon, 1 on each side, so you'd have to think that was probably a makeup for what happened earlier.
Potentially, but both have been equally confusing.
Both of them equally confusing. You're right. 2-2. Got him looking. Strike 3. And this time it counts.
Great.
That's how you do it right there.
Great poise from Higginson. It's so easy to get flustered. You get that balk called and you thought you had your strikeout pitch. Get it called and it's brutal. Able to come right back, dial in, hit him with another curveball, and get yourself out of there. Well done.
What a wild game this has been this afternoon. We head to the final inning this afternoon. Salem Hills still up by 1. Way back.
And you...
Final inning of the day in this wild first round game here at Larry Miller Field. 8-7, Salem Hills leads by 1. Couple of balk calls that could have gone either way this afternoon.
That's been our first full scoreless inning of the game.
Yes, it's crazy to think about. Trey Mitchell grounds the first pitch to second, throw to first. And 1 pitch, 1 out to start the top of the 7th inning here for Cole Engelman. But, I mean, let's go back to that strikeout by Higginson. You talk about poise and mental toughness, coming back, striking out the side after what confused everybody on that balk, as this one is lined into left. And it is going to drop right in front of the left fielder. The left fielder, Engelman, couldn't see it. He lost it in the sun. And it allows Richards to get to second with a double.
I mean, that's been brutal.
That's the 3rd or 4th time we've seen that today.
Been brutal all day long. And Engelman's not been the only victim of that. We've seen the Salem Hills catcher lost in the sun, a left fielder lost earlier in the sun today. It's a part of where you're at, but man, what a break for Salem Hills.
And a crucial insurance run now out there at second base. As Mason Ward now stands in as the DH. Next pitch on the way to him is outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Salem Hills has scored the last 3. And again, a big insurance run out there at second base right now. Be huge if Salem Hills can get that one in and make it a little bit harder of a hill to climb for the Tigers in the 7th inning. Engelman has a look back, and the pitch. Good pitch and a strike.
Yeah, that's a great call there. I mean, Ward is crowding the plate here, so anything on that inside corner, even if it's at his knees, they're going to ring him up.
2 balls and a strike now. Big gap over there on the right side of the infield, as this one is high around the schnoz. 3 balls and a strike. If Orem wins, or the winner, if Orem or Salem Hills win, whichever team wins, there will There will be a winner's bracket game for them at 4:30 tomorrow. The loser has to play at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. 2-2 or 3-1 pitch is picked up off the carpet. Ball 4. And there are runners on first and second now with 1 out. No one is in the bullpen for the Orem Tigers, so this is Cole Engelman's mess to work out of as Carl Hermanson will trot out of the dugout to have a chat with his pitcher and his defense.
Yeah, unfortunate start here for Engelman after that early out. But outfield just lost one in the sun and then a walk to bring up a 2 runners on first and second here. Hopefully you can get out of the jam, but could be huge if Salem Hills is able to put up a couple extra runs here of insurance, considering how much the bats have quieted down. I mean,
8 runs on 13 hits, by the way, Wilson, for Salem Hills, 3 errors. Orem has 7 runs. They have 13 hits and 1 error.
I mean, you think about it, too. The way Higginson was dealing that last inning, it's going to be really tough
oh, yeah.
for Orem to get out there and get a couple of hits.
It'll be a tough road to hoe for the Orem Tigers if they're down by more than 1 run here entering the bottom of the 7th.
So you really want to keep this as close as you can if you're Orem, and Salem Hills wanting to widen that gap as much as they can.
2 runners on, 1 out. A ball and a strike. A strike to count here. No balls and no strikes. First pitch coming from Engelman. And that one is in on the hands and away for ball 1. Winner of this game plays tomorrow morning or tomorrow evening, early afternoon, whatever you call it, at 4:30. Loser plays at 11 a.m. tomorrow. And whoever loses this game, boy, it's going to be a shame. This one also up and in. Engelman struggling a little bit with his command there. 2-0 now the count.
Yeah, that one didn't quite break how he wanted it to. Bring up another hitter's count here. Just came off a 3-1, now down 2-0. Really needing something here to get him back into it.
3 balls and no strikes.
Not the count Engelman wants at all with runners on first and second.
A ball to any of the gaps could very well be a death sentence, it feels like, for Orem at this point in the game, down by 1. 3-0 pitch. Taking all the way, strike called. See Scott Hadley down the left field line signaling. All it takes is 1. Three-1. Ball 4. And the bases are loaded again.
Yeah, the location
and now
there.
Orem is in some serious kimchi.
Engelman, his curveball was really dialed in here this last inning, but hasn't quite been able to land it here for these last 2 at-bats, and is really starting to feel it. Needs to be able to locate that pitch if he's going to be able to stay in this inning.
What an opportunity here. Bases loaded. Top of the order, Talon Cloward. The pitch. Strike on the inner half. Orem needs to get out of this inning and keep this deficit right where it is. The pitch. Ground ball to third. 5, 4, 3. No! Pulled him off the bag! And a run scores in behind the play. And meanwhile, Johnston's down again.
Now, one thing
It looked like he got spiked.
I'm really interested to see the call here, just because it looked like it was almost a takeout slide.
It almost looked like it. I agree with you. Well, he's cramping again, but I agree with you. I agree with you, Wilson. I am shocked that they did not call a takeout on that.
And I know...
It looked like it was.
And now the way that they call that is going to depend on the age group and on the league.
Right.
But as far as I'm aware, that's not allowed.
As far as I'm concerned, that looked like a takeout.
Because there's definitely interference there, and if Johnson doesn't get interfered with on that, I'm sure, potentially he could make that throw and get the guy out at first and get him out of the inning, preventing the run from scoring. But, I mean, that's not the outcome we got, but it's interesting to see.
But then again, no protest from Carl Hermanson, so
True.
he feels that there was no malicious intent on the play, so he did not come out to judge.
And it's true, to be fair.
The only players that were protesting it was the catcher Allen and third baseman Kahaba. That was pretty much it. No one else came out to say anything. So.
And to be fair, it is good he didn't get down, so he didn't interfere with the throw in that way. Like Johnson didn't have to step up the bag like that. But it did look like he kind of came a bit fast into his legs. So who knows?
Johnston's going to try to walk it off. Again, Hermanson did not come out to protest the takeout slide, so. And he's walking directly by the umpire, so apparently, so he feels that there was no malicious intent. But a big insurance run comes across the score for the Skyhawks. They have now scored in every inning except the 6th.
And plate 5, Caleb DeGraffenreid.
And after all that, Caleb DeGraffenreid now comes up to bat. With runners at the corners and only 1 out, or 2 out now here in the top half of the 7th inning. Peyton Higginson stands on deck. First pitch is a strike.
Finding some of that curveball location again. Got it up and away. Great spot there. Great leadoff pitch.
Oh, 1 pitch. Runner goes to second. Ground ball to Kaava. Throw to first in time. And that ends the 7th inning. But a scratch across for Salem Hills. 1 run comes across to score. Buckle up, everyone. It's last call for the Tigers. They trail by 2 entering the 7th.
With a Tab Spend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. Tab Spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
One more reminder that Tab Bank is the home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with 3.5% APY on your account balance and 1% cash back on all eligible purchases. Those great rewards just are the start, though. Convenient online and mobile banking is available with no hidden or complex qualification requirements, no minimum opening balance, and no account fees. No wonder Tab Bank calls the Spend Rewards checking account a big deal. Tab Bank is a member of the FDIC and a proud sponsor of the Rewind Sports Network's coverage of the Spring Sports Championships. Well, buckle up, everybody. Alexander Timolev and Wilson Gustafson from the Cy and Betty Kimball broadcast booth here at Larry H. Miller Field. Wilson, what a game this has been. It's only fitting it comes down to the final 3 outs.
No, it's true. And Higginson, he was lights out, or had a couple of bad breaks, but overall looked really good in that last inning. So with Orem here down to their last 3 outs, it's going to be really tough for them to mount this comeback. However, we've seen it happen before. We've seen it happen plenty times this game, right? So who knows? Never say never.
8-9-1 the order. First pitch from Higginson. Swung on and missed. Stop me if you heard that before.
So many breaking balls here from Higginson, but they look really good, located down and away. Lots of late break. Really effective here. And Orem does not have an answer.
This one fouled right back to the screen. 2 strikes. The go-ahead, the tying run is on deck in the person of Easton Petita. The winning run is in the hole in the person of Merrick Bostock. That one is a waster right there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One, two. Into right. Right fielder coming on and makes the catch! What a snag by Bracken Lindley! And that's how you kick off the bottom of the 7th. What a play!
I mean, for Salem Hills, that's what you need right there. Some lights out defense, electric plays. You know, Higginson's got to be feeling that too, for sure.
First pitch now. Swing and a miss. Higginson's just rolling.
Way early on the curveball there.
Easton Petita now. Bostock, the tying run on deck. Cy Burge now, the winning run is at the hole. Ground ball, shortstop, base hit! And the tying run will come to the plate in the person of Merrick Bostock. And the winning run is now on deck.
And good work on that last hit, right? He got that curveball his way early on. And you know Higgins has been throwing a lot of those breaking balls in these at-bats. So he waited on it, timed it up, was able to poke that next one right into left field. Good work there.
First pitch. Missed the corner. Barely.
Bostock has quite a few hits this game. Not unlikely if I'm going to be able to take another one to that left center gap that he's been hitting.
Look out. Right over the top of the bleachers down there on the right field corner. The tying run at the plate. The winning run in the person of Cy Burge on deck. 1 out. 1 ball. 1 strike. Peyton Higginson trying to lock it down. And, as always, a little bit of head games.
Yeah, we've seen Salem Hills pick off a couple of guys already today.
We've seen it happen today.
Wouldn't be surprised if we saw it again.
1-1 pitch. That's a strike. Perfect location on that one.
Yeah, not a ton of movement like we've seen earlier. But located well up and in. Tough pitch for anyone to hit. Going to go by for another strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Higginson has a look back. The 1-2 pitch. Just missed the corner again. The screw turning tighter and tighter. Two. Fly ball to right. Going back toward the gap. That ball is off the wall. The run will score. Coasting into third with an RBI triple is Bostock. The tying run is at third base.
Bostock does it again. Another hit deep into the gap. Gets a triple this time, a single, double, and a triple today for Bostock. Great piece of hitting.
He only needs the home run.
It's true.
He only needs the home run, and he'd have the cycle.
Took it the opposite way that time. Excellent piece of work there. Clutch performance to make it a 1-run game.
Cy Burge now represents the winning run at the plate.
Only 1 out here.
Bostock is at third. First pitch. Strike right down the middle. Higginson just goes right back to work. Scott Hadley nervously pacing that dugout. On our right side, 0-1 pitch. Just outside again.
Have not been seeing the same amount of break that we saw earlier from a lot of Higginson's pitches here. I don't know if it's fatigue, arm strength, whatever it could be. But that might be just in the nick of time for Orem here.
1-1 pitch. Fly ball into left.
Oh, that's
Shortstop Hicks going out there. Not going to get it. The throw will not be made. This game is tied.
Now play number 4.
And that left field sun continues to be a demon for any of those pop flies out into left field. Left field didn't even try and make a play on it. It was tough. Shortstop was able to track it, but that's a tough play going back over your shoulder like that. Difficult for anyone who wasn't quite able to bring it down. And just like that, tie ball game on 16 hits for the Orem Tigers today.
Here comes Scott Hadley. There is no one in the bullpen now for Salem, and we're going to have a pitching change here. Merrick Bostock first. Cy Burge the second.
Braxton Harrison coming in here for Salem
So,
Hills.
You're right, and that means we've seen both of the battery now. Harrison and Tom
True.
Jex pitched this afternoon, but Wilson, it was only fitting, right? It was only fitting. 2 runs come across the score this bottom half of the 7th inning. I mean, what a crazy game this has been.
I mean, that's a microcosm of how the whole entire game has been, right? There's been, I mean, countless lead changes, lots of offense on either side. And props to Orem for being able to turn things around, get some hits off of Hickinson. They were able to finally time up that curveball that was plaguing them so much last inning, put it in play, and get around on it. Props to them, man. And just like that, it's a tie ball game. It's a brand new ball game. Just 1 out for Orem here. Going to see if they can seal the deal or if they're going to extras.
We want to welcome those of you who may be just tuning in on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. We also want to welcome those of you who might just be tuning in looking for maybe a little closer game than the first couple of ones you saw over at 6A. Alexander Timoliff, Wilson Gustafson. What a game this has been between Orem and Salem Hills. Orem was hit first. Salem Hill, they hit back. Salem Hills then hit back. And in this bottom of the 7th inning, here we are, all squared at 9 apiece. And the winning run is at first base. Wilson, like, oh, wow. You just run out of superlatives at this point to describe this game.
No, it's true. And that's the thing, too. It hasn't just been one person either. It's been both teams firing on all cylinders, right? It's been like a balanced attack from both teams. Been a balanced, I mean, the defense has also been pretty equal on both sides, right? Made some great plays, but also had a couple of tough moments.
Chase Ford at the plate. Winning run at first. The first pitch is down low, ball 1. Some of the crowd, if not most of them on the Orem side, are standing. One-oh pitch. High and inside, 2-0. Swing and a miss. Can the Orem Tigers find one last salvo to sink the Salem Hills ship? 2-1. Strike 2.
Caught that inside corner again.
We've been seeing a lot of those, Wilson, all afternoon.
It's true. Gonna see what Chase Ford can do here with a 2-2 count.
2-2 the count, 1 out. The pitch. Line down the left field side, foul. And everybody look out over in the construction area.
Right into the bullpen.
Almost ricocheted right off of the. Almost ricocheted right off the construction crew over there. Time called. We are either 2 out. We're either 1 swing away from a win, or we're 2 outs away from going to extra innings. Either would be nice. 2-2. Fly ball to center field. Going back is Cloward. He will make the catch on the run near the warning track. What a play. It strands that runner at first.
That's a fantastic play right there out in center field.
That was indeed.
I mean, line drive had him running back. Little wind out there to carry, but great job tracking it. No sun in his eyes, didn't get caught. Held the runner, too. Great work out there to bring up 2 outs. That's huge.
Taden Kaava. First pitch. In on the hands and low. Ball 1. One-oh pitch. Runner goes. And it's fouled off right into the press box.
Kaava there staying with it.
Wilson, if he gets the barrel on that, that's probably game over.
No, sure. I mean, we've seen he's had some pop. He hit that double right over the center fielder's head. Pretty close to where Ford just took that ball. It's about where Kaava hit it his last at bat. See if he can do it again. Could be huge for the Tigers.
Check throw back to first, and in safely is Burge. Burge represents the winning run at first base. Taden Kaava. Awaits the 1-1. Check throw back to first. Boy, that was close. And back in safely again is Burge. One pitch on the way. Fly ball, foul. And 2 strikes now the count as that one falls into about the 3rd row of the upper deck.
Kaava hanging tough here. He's gotten a piece of it a couple times.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. The winning run at first.
Tie ball game.
Can't ask for any better, can you?
Can't describe this game any better, honestly.
1-2 pitch coming. Liner into right. Back it goes. This ball is gone. This game is over. Orem has won.
Well, Alex, I think that settles who our player of the game is going to be.
The Salem Skyhawks. 9.
The starting quarterback for Lance Reynolds II ends the game.
I mean, and that was a jack to the opposite field. Down to 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th, tie ball game in the state championships. You can't ask for more clutch than that. That's the kind of stuff that kids dream about growing up, and he just got that chance.
The Orem Tigers survive and advance, but boy, did they leave it late. Taden Kaava, the walk-off 2-run home run in the bottom of the 7th inning. And the Tigers, by the skin of their teeth, survive this epic war with Salem Hills.
Credit to Taden Kaava, credit to the entire Orem Tigers team for putting that run together. I mean, they were down 2 going into this inning, but just like that, they turned things around. No quit in this team. Put together a great rally, capped off by a legendary walk-off home run. He'll be talking about that one forever, talking about that one to his kids.
Man.
You love to see that. And what momentum to go into the rest of the tournament for Orem.
Well, Wilson, time for our Tab Bank player of the game. I mean, who else are we going to give it to? I mean, Taden Kaava, the walk-off 2-run home run. I mean, take nothing away from both of these teams. This was a classic, but it's only fitting. Take a look at that scoreboard. Orem only needed 4 runs in the 2nd, 3 runs in the 4th, and 4 in the 7th to win this game. And 2 home runs in the game. Started with Jackson Johnson. It ends with Taden Kaava.
No, it's true. And there were great performances from everyone this game. Merrick Bostock had three or 4 hits. Did a really good job there. Solid pitching all around. But ultimately, I mean, that's just an incredible clutch performance there from Taden Kaava. Credit to him. Congrats to him and the Tigers for moving on. And I'm excited to see what this Salem Hills team can do in the losers bracket, too. They're a scary team. They could go on a heck of a run, especially after seeing what happened here. Either team is going to play some great ball for the rest of this tournament.
And can we give a shout-out, please, to Salem Hills? Because, like we said, whoever lost this game, it was a crying shame. And what a cruel finish for Salem Hills. They were right there. I mean, they were right there on the cusp. They had the Tigers on the ropes with 2 outs, down by 1. But this just shows you all credit in the world to Coach Hermanson and the Tigers. Wilson, the Orem Tigers are a dangerous, dangerous team no matter how you cut it.
No, it's true. I mean, you look at them like they don't have any quitting in them, like at all. And that's, I think, like we were talking about this at the beginning of the game, right? Their experience. They have some good leadership in the locker room, and ultimately they have guys who aren't going to quit, who aren't going to be flustered in the moment, but are going to step up to the plate and are going to do what they got to do to win the game.
Oh, Wilson, we need to get our breath back after that. I mean, I'm glad we have 45 minutes till the next game, but I don't know how you can top that one today.
No, it's true. That was a thriller.
We'll be back in about 45 minutes with our next game, Viewmont against Maple Mountain. For more coverage of the UHSAA Baseball State Championships, go to KSLSports.com right now for more action across our KSL Sports networks and more Spring Sports Championship coverage. For Wilson Gustafson and Josh Dodge, I'm Alexander Timot saying good night from Larry Miller Field. Final score of Game 2. Orem survives and advances 11-9 on a 2-run walk-off home run by Taden Kaava. We'll be back with our next game soon. But for now, folks, see you then.